Am I the meanest?
Punch drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Punch drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Punch drunk.
Well, who am I?
Punch drunk.
Who am I?
Punch drunk.
I can't hear you.
Punch drunk. AKA Mr. Moo. Woo, shot himself.
Of Harlem.
What up, what up, what up? Y'all already know this is Punch on Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka el adobo de sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start this with a different type of energy, different type of tone. Smash the like button on your way in if you like. Smash the dislike button if you like. It doesn't matter. But change the tune. Not the tune, I'm gonna change the tone. One thing that I've been, critiqued, I'm going to say half of my life is, it's not that you're not telling the truth. It's just how you say it. It's not that you're saying it. It makes a lot of sense, man. Nah, that's facts. That's truth. But it's how you say it. I've been having that type of critique for a pretty long time. Most of my adulthood, teenager, I was very, very raw and genuine about my approach and what I'm discussing about, what I believe, what I've studied, what I've experienced. Now, let me say this, man. I've been saying for quite some time on the channel, I said that people are comfortable with the lie. People are comfortable with the lie. And I could see it in this community. The more that I'm in this community, the more that I'm experiencing from other boxing content creators that maybe I never agree with, other that I do agree with, and I see that they just doing the same thing what other people been doing. I could see it from the subscribers, from some of the subscribers. That they subscribe, they give you all these type of compliments, and then you do another content that they may not agree, and they be like, oh, I thought that you was this, oh, I thought this channel was this, oh man, you biased, oh, you're just like them, just because they didn't like the particular content. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. What's good? What's good? I'm gonna tone it down. I'm naturally a very energetic person. I pride myself to being high octane. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that's just how I am. But I'm a say it. I'm a actually try to do what I'm gonna try to do what people tried to tell me for a long time. It's not what you're saying, but it's how you're saying it. So let me try. Let me think if maybe I need to tone it down. Maybe talk to you a little bit serious. Maybe the energy, like, hey, yo, maybe there's too much for people. That's who I am, though. I'm very energetic. So to be honest, what I'm doing right now is actually kind of hard for me to do, because it's not all the way me. But let me see if I can meet people middle ground. Let me see if maybe if I say the same thing, but in a different tone, maybe people will understand the facts, the truth, the perspective, what I do know. What's good, Jackie? What's good? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. If y'all want to support, if y'all don't want to support, be my guest. Y'all support whatever y'all want to support. Brian Guzman in the building. What's good, man? Brian Guzman, one of the members. If you want to become a member to Punch Run Boxing, man, y'all already know, man. Support the channel, support the grind, support hard work, whether it's in front of y'all faces or whether behind the scenes. Ladies and gentlemen, I posted two exclusives infos in the. If you're a member, if you're part of the Punch Drunk Nation member, told you what's going on with Ryan Garcia, Javante Tan Davis, told you what's going on with Earl Spence and Bud Crawford. And you know what I'm saying? If you value the truth and you want to get some insight on what's happening, then you know, I can't just put it all the way out there, because I understand that a lot of people don't they don't value the hard work. Not everybody values the hard work. So you know what I'm saying? So I gotta also support the people that support me and give them the type of information that probably, you know, not everybody should know, you know, because it's not valued, it's not respected the way that it should. What's good? What's good? What's good? So, okay. The narrative or the truth. Some people say that the narrative can have truth in it, but you understand what type of narrative I'm talking about. The narrative that is in this community is pushed to hustle the people. Now, I respect a lot of hustles out there. If I don't respect your hustle, I understand the hustle. But I think a lot of boxing content creators put blame on other boxing content creators. I've done that myself as well. I've blamed boxing content creators. I've tried to debunk other you know, when the content goes viral, and then I know what's the nature of it, and I've debunked other channels' narratives and things of that nature. But you know what? I don't think they're not as the problem. They're not the problem. I think it's the people that allow themselves to be hustled. Maybe not allow themselves to be hustled, but I think there are a lot of people out there that support the narrative. I think the narrative is more entertaining than the truth. I think the truth is boring. It's as boring as Devin Haney's. The truth is as bored as Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that the truth is not superior. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, for example, Devin Haney. Devin Haney, to me, is a boring fighter. But Devin Haney is a highly skillful fighter to me as well. Devin Haney is a very talented young man. Devin Haney, his intellect is superior to a lot of young fighters, you know what I'm saying, that we talk about. Devin Haney is successful. Bill Haney, father of Devin Haney, is a highly successful manager and has put his son in position to succeed in and out the ring. See, I could say so many good things, because in the end of the day, there is so many good things you could say about Devin Haney. There's so many good things you could say about Canelo Alvarez. There's so many good things you could say about Gervonta Tank Davis. There's so many good things you could say about Ryan Garcia and everybody that has helped these young men to be where they at. You know? But even praising and keep on praising doesn't sell. What sells is criticizing, devaluing, disrespecting, creating narratives. That's what sells. The narrative is what makes content creators. The narrative is what gives you content after content after content, because the truth is the truth, and that's it. It stops. So there's a subject about the truth. That's it. There's the truth, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Boxing content creators realize, I'm not going to speak for most, but this is what I believe, that 95%, or probably I could say even more than that, created the channel because they love boxing. If you think about it, boxing is not this glamoring. It's not like having NBA channels. It's not a fitness channel. It's not a hip hop channel, or you know what I'm saying, one of those good. It's not a music channel, movie reviews, vacation reviews, and boxing is not this. You don't say, "Yo, I'm gonna be a boxing content creator and kick off." And shout out to all the boxing content creators that's doing that are highly successful. You know what I'm saying? Highly successful, that you could actually quit your job and do this. You know what I'm saying? I got to give credit to those, and they work as hard as anybody else as well. They get critiqued, but ain't nothing going. They work as hard like everybody else. I believe that a lot of people love boxing. people that created the channel. I think, but then I also believe that there's a lot of those channels that came in genuine to talk about boxing, to break it down on boxing logically and objectively. And they found out that, you know what? The truth, it takes a long time to succeed with truth. It takes a long time to succeed with facts. People are just entertained with the bullshit. People are entertained with narrative. People are entertained by race baiting. People are entertained by destroying the other fighter because it's funny, it's entertaining. It's not entertaining to say, man, this guy is fighting a low level opposition. They want to say that this fighter is fighting a bum and a pussy and all the derogatory name that you could think of when it comes to fighters. An example of a narrative and the truth is whoever step inside that ring has balls and have heart to step inside that ring. Anybody from rank number 1 to rank number 10,000, right? That's the truth. The narrative is that this person is scared, feared, is scared of this other fighter, fearful of this other fighter, ducking, maybe most of the time, ducking these other fighters, avoiding these other fighters. Those are the narratives. The truth is, ain't no fighter scared. The truth is, fighters fight. That's their job. That's their nature. That's how they was built. Many of these fighters started at a very, very young age, fighting for free. Those are the facts. The fact is, Gervonta Davis, I'm going to give you facts, and I'm going to give you fighters, and I'm going to give you an example. The facts is, Gervonta Davis fought almost 250 plus amateur bouts for free. The fact is, everybody that fights in that ring is fighting for a paycheck. So let's say a bunch of people could be like, this guy won payday, and it's funny. Canelo Alvarez himself won payday as well. And everybody that fights that are prize fighters won payday. Those are the facts. You're not shaming any fighter to say, oh man, you just fighting for the money. Yes, they're fighting for the money. They're not fighting for free. Ain't nobody risking their lives for free any longer, unless if you want to be in the amateur, you want to fight for your country, and you still get your stipends. Some countries you get more for it, depending on the particular country that you're in. You're gonna get your stipend, whether it's $500 or $1,000 a month. You're gonna get sponsored, you're getting a stipend or whatever. Oh, he's fighting this person for the money. Yeah, he's fighting that person for the money. You're absolutely correct. Do you have a problem? Because I know you as a person is not going to your job for free. Tell me anybody over here that wants to just work for free. And then how about if I tell you, hey, yo, my man, get out of here, man. Like you only working for the money, yo. How about if your boss tells you, come on, man, you slacking in your job, man. You only working for the money, man. You ain't working to make my company the best company. You ain't working for your legacy, man. You ain't working to be your legacy. Let's say if you working at McDonald's and your boss is saying, come on, man, you slacking, man. You just working for the money, man. For real, man. You don't want to be the best hamburger flipper in the world. Don't you want to put that lettuce and wash the lettuce real good and put that tomatoes and put that good amount of mayo and stuff like that on it? You don't want to be the best hamburger flipper in the world. Don't you want to be like McDonald's? Don't you want to be like Wendy's? Don't you really want to be the king of Burger Kings? Don't you want to be that? Huh? And they'd be like, yo, I want to ask him for the raise. See, I don't think you valid. Why you asking for the raise? Why you worry about the money, man? Just flip the motherfucking burger. Come on, man. How about that? HLD in the building. What's good, man? HLD in the building. What's good, my brother? What's good? What's good, man? Smash the like. Smash the like. How's that sound? How's that sound? How about if you doing janitor work or porter work or something like that, and the boss be like, come on, man, damn, man, you gotta clean that up a little quicker, man. Hey, yo, man, I'm doing more than what I'm supposed to do. Hey, yo, my man, come on, man. Come on, clean that shit up, man. Why you worrying about your paycheck right now, man? Don't worry, man. You do what you gotta do right now, and the money will come. Just keep on doing what you're doing, the money will come. Don't worry about it. Huh? Come on, don't you want to be the best cleaner in the world? Don't you want to be the best? You know what I'm saying? Don't you want to be the best when you put in that mop in that bucket and you want to have the legacy as the best mopper in the world? Come on, son. Uh, just think about the way that y'all critique fighters. Just think about it. And just implement that in your own in your own prospective jobs. The legacy. Don't you want to have the biggest legacy? Don't you, when you retire, then you get your pension, they be like, hey, yo, this dude right here was the best mopper in the world, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this. I've seen a lot of people mop a floor, but when this guy used to put the stick with the mop in the bucket, and then the way he was squeezing out the water and the soap, you know what I'm saying? And then he had that mop very, very damp. And then the way he was gliding, it just felt like, man, you thought that he put some wax on the floor after the way he was mopping that floor. That's how good he was. There's facts and there's narratives. And the more that the narratives are supported, the more narrative you will get. And if people like the narrative, then the more you're going to get that type of narrative. See, I'm only working this relationship for the for the cat, not because I love you. Yeah, man. Punch, you going down, bro. It's not the same punch. I have boxed for free, but I have never flipped a burger or worked for free. But that's what I'm saying, though. I said, so don't the fighters get respect? You risking it. Think about it. They risking their lives for free, but you won't even flip a burger for free. You won't do this for free. But these guys risk their life for free, and not just 10 times. That's what I say. I'm gonna give you an example. Gervonta Tank Davis fought over almost 250 amateur bouts. So as a professional, the fact is, if a fighter is fighting for money, if he's fighting for payday, he gets the benefit of the doubt. Yes, fight for the payday. You can't shame a fighter for fighting for payday. You can't shame a fighter for fighting for money. You can't shame it. And I see in boxing, a lot of people want to shame that. This community is filled with narrative pushers. And it's not because I feel these guys want to spin narratives. It's because you're entertained by it and you support more the narrative than the truth. So then the truth tellers get tired of spitting the truth and try to say, you know what? Fuck it. Let me give what the people really want. Let me give them toxic. Let me give them gossip. Let them get the narrative. Let them get the race bait. Let them get it all. Like, I'm gonna tell you like this: most of these boxing content creators, even the guys that's you know what I'm saying, that's successful, they're in their well 40s, man. They're in mid 40s, pushing 50. You think they dumb? They're not dumb. Shout out to all the boxing content creators. They're not dumb. They feel like you're dumb. They feel like you're dumb. It's almost like a pusher in a block. You know what I'm saying? The drug dealers get praised and the drug addicts get scrutinized and dissed and stuff like that. We're big, and a lot of people is becoming that. The subscribers, the followers, the viewers. You know what I'm saying? When you support the truth and the truth teller, or I'm gonna say the truth teller, let me give props to people though. The truth tellers, they see the support. They want to keep on saying the truth. They want to keep on giving the truth. They feel good about giving the truth. They feel good. You know what I'm saying? It helps the community. It helps boxing. Let me tone it down a little bit because I want people to understand. I want people to understand. Let me. I don't want to be the high octane punch right now, because, like I said in the beginning of the show, I've gotten critique most of my life saying, nah, you saying the truth, but it's the way that you say it. And the way that you say it doesn't penetrate the mind. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be like, well, I gotta say it low, man. I got passion, man. This is who I am, man. Now let me try to give y'all how y'all want it so I could be understood. Narrative is Tank working for the money, not for legacy, but we all know that. Exactly. Do we value, because think about it. The narrative is that, you know what the narrative is? That hardcore boxing fans value legacy. That's the narrative. That the boxing community value legacy. That's the narrative, I believe. At this point, that's the narrative. Before, if you would have asked me a couple years ago, several years ago, even before I started my channel, I thought the hardcore boxing fans are the one that value legacy. I thought the hardcore boxing fans are the one that value fighters. I thought the hardcore boxing fan is the one that understands the nature and the sacrifices of fighters. What I understood is that is the hardcore boxing fans that devalue the fighters. Is the hardcore boxing fans that disrespect the fighters. Is the hardcore boxing fans that really don't know shit about the business of boxing, or do they even care about the business of boxing? They only care what sounds right. It's the hardcore boxing fans that call other fighters bums. It's the hardcore boxing fans that call themselves other fighters pussies. It's the hardcore boxing fans that does not flip the bill. And the reason why you can hear Tim Smith from PBC says that you're going to rob the fight is because we know that Bud Crawford versus Earl Spence is a quote unquote hardcore boxing mega fight. But the business of boxing tells you in your face that y'all gonna rob it. Y'all some cheap motherfuckers that want to diss us all day in the boxing industry. But then the fight comes along and you're the one that says that you're the one to pay for the pay-per-view. You're the one that says that this fight is not valued. You're the one that said that this fighter shouldn't get paid this type of money. You're the one. It's only the hardcore boxing fans. And this is why the boxing industry, the boxing business handlers and investors says, you know what? I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I don't give a damn what the hardcore boxing fans think. This is why you see Leonard Ellaby could say that Josh Taylor ain't bringing nothing to the table. That's why you can hear that. I'm gonna tell you like this. I've spoken to enough boxing insiders, the power players of boxing. I'm gonna tell you this right now, and you could take it or leave it. They don't give a damn about the hardcore boxing fan. They do not dictate their next move with a hardcore boxing fan. For the business handlers, you are highly minor to them. They don't feel like you respect the fighters. And even the fighters, I've spoken to many fighters, feel like a lot of fans, hardcore boxing fans and YouTube and Twitter don't respect them anyway. Poor Devin Caphart trying to go and respect validation amongst his peers. Last week, he went on to Twitter war versus Ring. Today, another Twitter war with fighters of a different promotional company CEO. So let's talk about that a little bit, right? Let's talk about that a little bit. Smash the like button. We got 38 people looking on right now. Cool. If I was talking about some other boxing channel and put it on a thumbnail, maybe it'll bring people along. Maybe. Or should I do that? Should I? I mean, because it's easy, to be honest. It is easy. Is that what channels need to do? Hmm? Hold on. Let me see where we at. 36 likes. Let's put this 100. Let's put this 100, man. Let's put this 100. So let's talk about particular fight. Let's say Devin. Let's go with. Nah, matter of fact, let's go with Canelo Alvarez right now. Let's go with Canelo Alvarez since he's been a hot topic ever since he made those comments again about not fighting Mexican fighters. The fact is, he said he's not fighting Mexican fighters. Is that a narrative? No. Canelo Alvarez said that he does not want to fight Mexican fighters. The narrative now the narrative is who's Mexican and who's not. Zurdo Ramirez is Mexican. David Benavidez now is not Mexican. Because if you say Canelo Alvarez doesn't want to fight Mexican fighters, and we all know that David Benavidez has been calling on Canelo Alvarez, and there's fans that don't like Canelo Alvarez, or probably like both, shame Canelo Alvarez because he doesn't want to fight David Benavidez and things of that nature. Some people agree, some people disagree, but the narrative is now to justify what Canelo Alvarez said is that David Benavidez is not Mexican. People want to say that he's American or he's half Ecuadorian or he's half Mexican, he's Chicanos, all that stuff. A Mexican is a Mexican, ladies and gentlemen. All right, stop it and stop playing semantics. Stop playing semantics. Because even if you ask me, what am I? I'm American, you'd be like, but what are you? Just like you would ask everybody else. And like I dropped the video earlier, yesterday, to debunk the BS, to debunk the narrative, because I remember when Andy Ruiz became a heavyweight champion of the world. And Andy Ruiz, they said the first Mexican. I'm going to tell you like this. Andy Ruiz was not born in Mexico. He was born in California. But because it caters to the Mexican people, to say that Andy Ruiz was the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world, everybody was proud. I didn't see one video. Saying that Andy Ruiz is a fake Mexican, that Andy Ruiz is not a Mexican, that's bullshit, that Andy Ruiz is not the first heavyweight champion of the world. I didn't hear none of that. I didn't hear none of that energy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hear none of that energy. But to justify with David Benavidez, who's a Mexican from Arizona. Oh yeah, but his mother's Ecuadorian. But I'm saying like this: when you see David Benavidez, he's not coming in with the possibly Ecuadorian attire. He's coming and showing you Mexico. So yeah, I'd rather spin a narrative and rather shame. Matter of fact, I go so far to strip the identity of a David Benavidez. And I'm going to say Latinos did that more. And the way that I see in the comment section, in the other comment video, in other content creators' videos, the Latinos and fellow Mexicans try to strip David Benavidez from being a Mexican because they did not like other boxing content creators shaming Canelo Alvarez with a David Benavidez. So to go at the boxing content creators that y'all don't like, because I think that it's not a David Benavidez or a Canelo Alvarez problem. This is a community problem. You're going to shame David Benavidez and you're going to strip him from his identity because you don't like this channel, and this channel is shaming your guy Canelo Alvarez with this guy. So let me strip. So whatever Canelo Alvarez statement said about not fighting Mexican fighters, let me take the Mexican away from David Benavidez to justify what Canelo Alvarez said, so I could debunk the narrative pusher that I hate, or this channel that I hate. That's what's happening. That is what's happening in this community. Has nothing to do really with boxing. It's really you trying to debunk this person, this channel that you say you hate but watch every day. Let's not sugarcoat anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not sugarcoat anything. Then there's then there's other comments that they be like, oh, but yo, Punch, yo, I bet if the black fighter said that, da 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 da. Now that, and that's what I know is a narrative thing. And I'm like, all right, well, we're talking about what Canelo Alvarez is saying right now. If Javonte Davis would have said that, and if it would have said that, but when was the last time Javonte Davis fought a black fighter? What about to justify, to sweep it under the rug that Canelo Alvarez said what he said? Now, who is the black fighter that that people are shaming Javonte Davis to fight? Most people want to see Ryan Garcia and Javonte Davis. Some people have been calling Javonte Davis to fight Lomachenko. And then some people be calling them the Javonte Davis and Devin Haney. But I don't feel the shame on that. I don't feel people trying to shame him with that. But they said that because they wanted to sweep the Canelo Alvarez statement under the rug. Smash the like button, man. La ofrenda está ahí. Again, for the people that's tuning in, my energy, I want to say all these things in this tone, in this level of value, like this. So my delivery wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I know about punch, you know what I'm saying? You know, let me just say it like that. Certain fights don't. Let's go with the Canelo Alvarez again. Let's go with the narrative and the truth. Let's go. There's more people. Let's say I speak of Demetrius Andrade. At this point, let's be honest. I'm probably one of the few, and probably like the 2% of people that speak about Demetrius Andrade and give him the benefit of the doubt in certain situations. Now, Demetrius Andrade, yes, one of my favorite fighters. Yep, I got a lot of favorite fighters, but Demetrius Andrade is a style that one of my favorite fighters. Canelo Alvarez, one of my favorite fighters. Demetrius Andrade's career is a disappointing compared to the potential that he had coming into to a professional. Demetrius Andrade's resume, he would tell you himself that he's not satisfied with it and he's not happy with it. It is what it is. Me as a fan, no, I'm not happy with it. Nah. Especially comparing to the potential that he had coming into the professional level. How his career has been. Has some opportunities, lost some opportunities, wasn't granted opportunities. Was he at the right place at the right time for certain opportunities? Yes. Those are the facts. Does he got skills? Yes. Those are the facts. Is he undefeated? Yes, those are the facts. Is he a champion? Yes, those are the facts. Did he beat the champions to get it? Those are the facts. No. Vacant titles. Those are the facts. Does Canelo Alvarez really have to fight Demetrius Andrade right now? Nah. Not really. Should Demetrius Andrade should Canelo Alvarez get shamed to fight Demetrius Andrade? No, not at this point. Did Canelo Alvarez and his team, avoided to fight Demetrius Andrade? Put it this way. The Canelo Alvarez and his team didn't make the business decision to get the Demetrius Andrade fight that would have become an undisputed bout. Does Canelo Alvarez and his team need to take accountability because that fight, that middleweight undisputed potential fight, didn't happen? Those are the facts. Now, if you care, yes or no, that's on you. But the facts is, those are the facts. People are mad with the facts and people are mad with the truth. Not because they hate the truth. It's because they hate who's telling the truth. Because the truth has shamed him from channels that y'all hate. Let me calm down again. Oh, but he's boring. Doesn't matter if he's boring. Oh, but he can't sell seats. Doesn't matter if he sells seats. The facts are the facts. I always say in this channel, business decisions speak louder than words. I hear a lot of people say duck, avoid. Business decisions speak louder than words. Did Demetrius Andrade avoided Janabek? Yes. Is he going to 168-pound division to fight potential, the harder fighter, and the fighter that got a better record, and the fighter that got a knockout ratio is moving up harder? Two fighters that really never became a champion and really not Zach Parker and Janabek. I would say moving up to the 168, 8 more pounds, never fought there, to a pure super middleweight. I think it's just as hard, probably harder. But for people, he's ducking and he's avoiding and he's scared. But how is he scared of this guy that's smaller than this guy that's actually shown in the professional level that he's more dangerous than this guy for the little guy that's moving up? Those are the facts. Those are the facts. Now you could hate all y'all want, but those are the facts. If I'm disappointed, because it's hard for me to be disappointed in Canelo Alvarez as a fan, as his fan. Am I disappointed that Canelo Alvarez does not want to fight other Mexican fighters? Yes. Was I disappointed in Canelo Alvarez and his team for not locking down that Demetrius Andrade undisputed bout? Yes. Why? As a fan, why wouldn't I be disappointed that he didn't lock that down? Just like I'm disappointed as a Deontay Wilder fan that they didn't lock down the Anthony Joshua undisputed bout. I could be a fan but still be disappointed. I could be a fan but still be disappointed. I'm a fan of Gary Russell Jr. I didn't like the way his career turned out. You know? But is he talented? Yes. Is he fast? Yes. Is he one of the fastest combination punches that I ever seen? One of them, yeah. What do you want, the truth or the narrative? What are you going to support more? Because the more that you support the narratives, the more that people going to spin the narratives because they feel like they're not wasting their time by telling you the truth. I mean, they're wasting their time telling you the truth. The truth is not valuable in this community. The truth is not valuable in this community. And these boxing content creators, unfortunately, is going to keep spinning these narratives to hustle you. You think a Canelo Alvarez based channel that built their channel off of Canelo Alvarez fanbase, you think they're going to start telling you the ultimate truth? You think they're going to rub you off? Pause. You think they're really going to say, oh man, Canelo Alvarez and his team fucked up that undisputed bout with Demetrius Andrade. They need to take accountability. You think they're going to say that in their channel? No. They're not going to say it. And then when they don't say that, you got to realize like, yo, this motherfucker is fake. Like, I understand this motherfucker like Canelo, but at least tell the truth, motherfucker, so I could really support your ass. But y'all support the lies. Y'all support the narrative. And when they cut that camera off, they laugh in your motherfucking face. And the more y'all support the lies, it's going to be hard for them to tell the truth. The more you marble fake titties and fake asses, these other decent chicks, they're going to get fake titties and fake asses because that's what you marble for. The more ladies rock with dudes that's pushers and hold them as like they're supreme beings in the neighborhood, then the other people that's actually good, that wants to get some clout with some chicks, they're going to do the same shit because, hey, I'm a fucking nobody in my community unless if I do this, unless if I join this gang, unless if I push these drugs and stuff like that. So you know what? That's the cool dude in the block. So let me be a cool dude in the block, drop out, and get the honeys from the block. Maybe the church goer or maybe the decent young man is just not cool enough. In this community, what's good is really no good. The fanboys accept the lies. Then I come to my channel and I be like, hey, yo, Punch, yo, you heard this channel where they saying, you heard what this channel, you heard what this group said. Well, look at their numbers. Look at their numbers. You think that's going to stop them? Yo, Punch, yo, but the LDBC said, look at their numbers, motherfucker. You think they're going to stop doing what they do? No. You think Akaka TV going to stop doing what he does? You think anybody that's successful, put it this way. I'm just saying what people come to my channel and tell me. Oh, I don't like what Blue Blood said. I don't like. You think Blue Blood going to stop saying how he says it and reporting the news the way he reports it? One of the most supported channels in the YTBC. You think he's just going to be like, oh, shit, you know? Nah. You think Showbiz is going to stop doing what he's doing? No. The way he's going to spit what he spit? No. You think the boxing boys are going to stop doing what they doing? No. Anybody that's successful in this shit, they ain't going to stop. They ain't going to just switch up and do what you think you want them to do. Oh, I don't like the chill boxing talk and 70. You think they're going to stop? They successful in this shit. They successful. Don't come to me, tell me, oh, yo, Punch, you heard what this and such, man, please, man. They got like 900, 800 views right now. They tuning into their live. Motherfucker, I got 44 right now. Shut the fuck up. I ain't saying shit. Y'all don't support me enough to say shit. Y'all don't support me enough to say shit. So fuck that. Bravo to them. And if they hustling, I respect their hustle. Matter of fact, I respect their hustle enough. I just don't respect y'all motherfuckers that complain all day. Motherfucker, y'all give them numbers too. Hey, yo, Punch, go after Southpaw. You heard what he said about Canelo Alvarez? Man, for a time, I'm looking at this. This dude is a crazy motherfucker, but I'm looking at it. Fuck that shit. The people that's supporting him is as crazy as hell. And then when he came over here, what he said? Yo, and I'm telling them your shit. Shit. The haters hate. The haters be looking at my shit. So why not, Southpaw? Keep on hating. Keep on spinning what you spinning. Because you getting supported, right? It's just like Southpaw came and say, hey, yo, Punch, yo, look where I started. I just started last year and look at my numbers. Now my numbers is up and stuff like that. So what you telling me? If I was some follower, some dumb motherfucker, you know what I'll say? Shit, I should do the same shit this motherfucker doing because that motherfucker is succeeding right now, right? Now, I ain't gonna say nothing about that motherfucker. Keep on doing your thing, Southpaw. Keep on doing your fucking thing. Keep on doing your thing. Y'all don't support real. I put in work in this shit. I don't support this shit. None of y'all motherfuckers, right? A lot of y'all motherfuckers don't share this shit on your social media. Y'all don't do that shit. Don't come to me and tell me about other channels, man, and tell me what I need to debunk. Nah, man. Nah, it ain't happening. Everybody that's successful right now, I'm giving y'all props. Hustle the Saints. Hustle them all. Hustle them all. Fanboys don't care. They just want to hear good things about their favorite fighter. Facts, Jason. Let me put that up. That's it. That's what they want to hear. And you know what? You want to succeed in this? You want to succeed in YouTube? If you just say what they want to hear. It doesn't matter about the truth. Just say what they want to hear. And that's the hustle. A drug dealer ain't going to be like, hey, yo, I'm going to tell you like this, man. This crack right here, man, is no good for you, man. You shouldn't buy this shit, bro. You shouldn't do this. Don't do this to yourself, man. No, when that fucking fiend asks for that shit, you don't mind, give it. You give it to them. Fuck it, let me get the money. Fuck, I know it's bad, but fuck it. He gonna get high somewhere else, right? It's either he get it from me. See me, I just don't need it. I don't want to do it, and I don't need to do it because I don't. That's not. It's not. It's not fun. It's not happy. I'm not gonna put my children's in the back burner, or my wife in the back burner, or my family, or my time to come here and lie to y'all. I got too much pride, bro. I got too much pride. I got too much truth in me. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I could go to any fights, and I could look at any fighters, and I could look at any fighter. I could go in the front of any fighter. Some of these motherfuckers, they can't even do that because they be like, yo, shit, I said wild shit about this motherfucker. I said some wild shit. I can't even shit. I can't see this fighter, man. I can't even show. I didn't even go into the fight. Shout out to all the boxing content creators hustling. Shout them all. You know what I'm saying? This ain't about truth. Y'all don't want the truth. It's like I posted I said that Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tan Davis is officially in talks and negotiating for a December date. I got comments saying that's cap, that's a lie. I say this, that, whatever. You think that I would say something like that, and I'm in contact with, let's say, both camps. You think I'm going to lie and put something out there for them I could get a call back and say, yo, Punch, I thought you was, you know what I'm saying? I thought you was a serious person. Why would you put a lie out there? You think it benefits me to lie about? That's my credibility. That's my rep. I am not flushing down my credibility for anybody. So if I say, motherfucker, that Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tan Davis is in talks, then motherfucker, I'm telling you the motherfucking truth. It's not for you to, no. I'm here to tell you the fucking truth. I don't waste my time with lies. If I told you Devin Haney, DHP had a meeting with Top Rank on June 14th, June 15th, I'm telling you the motherfucking truth. And ain't nobody out here in the boxing industry that knew about that shit's gonna tell me I'm lying. Certain things I do know, certain things I don't know. There's certain things that I do know that I'm not gonna say. There's certain things that I do know that is off the records. Once, if not, it's not off the records, I'm letting you know what it is. Said Freddie said, you Punch, you ain't a Kaka TV boxing with lies. But guess what? He's succeeding and I'm not. He's succeeding in this shit. So his lies is succeeding. His lies is the truth. His lies has more value than my truth. Freddie? His lies has more value than most of the people's truth. So at the end of the day, he's doing this thing. And if he's succeeding, his lies succeeding, then other boxing content creators going to start doing or try to mimic the same shit. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's like you can't stop it. And then you can't tell another channel that doesn't have the type of support compared to them. And then for me, nah, get out. I ain't gonna do that shit. HLD integrity means everything to me. That's why I rock with you. I rock with you. F them hustlers, regardless of how successful they are. Thanks, HLD, man, and thank you for holding me down, my brother. And you know what I'm saying, being a loyal supporter, even if we agree or disagree. But that's the fun thing about being having different perspective, but still have a concrete understanding of what is what, right? Good looking out though, man. Highly appreciate you, man. Highly appreciate you. Like I value the people that support. I value the subscribers, but I value, to be honest, I value more the loyal ones, man. The one that understands, the one that last summer see me driving to San Antonio, see me driving to Las Vegas, see me going to all these fights, trying to get trying to get all these interviews. Watching me from the bottom to the top. They didn't have nobody to co-sign me. They didn't come from no group. They didn't have a bunch of co-signers say, "Hey, yo, subscribe to Punch Run Boxing." Made it straight out the mud. Hard work. Sending emails left and right, sneaking in as a media credentials, getting kicked out at media credentials and stuff as a media because I don't have media credentials and all that shit. Keeping it real with boxing industry, with the boxing personnels, burning bridges, for the truth. Why y'all don't see me on PBC events? Why y'all don't see me on PBC events? You know why? Because I burned a bridge to tell y'all the motherfucking truth. And guess what? Guess what I learned? Shit, man, the truth ain't that valuable. I should have just kept my mouth shut in this subject. I never said the truth. And maybe I would have done even more. You know, I shouldn't pick and choose when to when to speak about something or when not to speak about something. But because I felt like the community needed to hear needed to hear the truth, I burned a bridge that actually could have got us more exclusive, got us more in the door, could have helped more fighters, could have given me more credibility. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Matchroom in the zone. They still let your boy in. They still let your boy in. So I'm saying even the truth, shit, the truth is hurting me more. The truth is hurting me more. It's hurting the process. It's hurting the momentum. You can't even be. I pride myself on biasly, logically, and objectively because I felt like being unbiasedly, logically, and objectively is what people really want to hear. Is what people really want. And in this community, unbiased, get the fuck out of here. That shit do not sit. That shit don't. That shit's not supported in the mass way. I'm not saying I don't get support. I'm saying in the mass way, the way it's supposed to be supported. That I could speak and give credit to a Canelo, give him credit and criticize even just a little bit there because he don't. It's very hard, in my opinion, to criticize what Canelo Alvarez has done. But then I could also praise the minimal that Demetrius Andrade has done compared to what he should have accomplished, and still praise him, and still could critique him. And I know that both of their fan bases are like split. No respect from this fan base of Canelo. Canelo hates Demetrius Andrade, but this is a channel that I could give credit to Demetrius Andrade. I could give credit to Canelo. I could criticize Andre. I could criticize Canelo Alvarez, and then y'all could look at this channel and be like, at least at least he could do both. At least he's not being biased. Nah, it's either Demetrius Andre and fuck Canelo, either Canelo or fuck Andre, and that's what y'all want. I could praise Canelo Alvarez and everything that he's done And if I say, damn, I don't agree that he doesn't want to fight Mexican fighters, then punch. I don't like this channel no more. Then y'all try to name other channels that, but he's speaking. I like what IBFP said about. Then go to IBFP. Then go to BDA, go to Monty Brown, go to, because I know guys that's going to give you that Canelo content by any means necessary. Toma. Go to them. I'm not saying that they. I'm saying what I do. I know that I'm gonna give you credit. I'm gonna hold them accountable. A Canelo, I'm gonna give him credit and hold them accountable. I'm going to hold Demetrius Andrade accountable and give him credit. I'm going to speak the truth. You don't want the truth at all times? There's other channels you can go. I'm going to say it again. Do you want Deontay Wilder content? I will send you. I will refer you. Damn. I like Deontay Wilder. People don't speak good about Deontay Wilder. No. Wait. I'll tell you who could speak good. LDBC. They have a couple of dudes that speak highly of Deontay Wilder. They're going to speak about Deontay Wilder all day, every day. And you're going to love the content. So I referred you to them and go to this channel. You don't got to be, if you don't feel like I'm giving him enough credit, you don't got to subscribe to Punch Drunk Boxing. I'll tell you to subscribe to 78 Sports TV, Blue Blood Sports TV, Trill. Go with it. Yo, you want to listen to Earl Spence? Go to Trill. You want to listen to some Keith Thurman and stuff like that? There's a couple of channels. I speak good about Keith Thurman and stuff like that. Maybe you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to compromise. Again, I'm gonna keep on saying I'm not afraid to compromise. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not saying that, some of the things I'm saying it because I want inspiring YouTube content creators, YouTube boxing content creators to get it. You want to be successful as a YouTube boxing content creator. If you in it for the money, want to be successful like that, in it for strictly the money. It's not about boxing. You watching how these other channels may be making money or getting supported or getting, you know what I'm saying? What you need to do is just stick to a narrative, one base, and you will get that one base to support you. And shit on every other base that is linked to this base. Meaning, if you are Canelo Alvarez channel, you shit on everybody that is linked to Canelo Alvarez, and the fanboy of Canelo Alvarez will love you. If you're Deontay Wilder, the same thing. Shit on AJ, shit on Tyson Fury, and you will cater to, and it's gonna cater to you. If you're a Latino channel, if you're a black channel, if you're a European channel, if you're this, I understood that Lomachenko's and Triple G's fan base are actually more the same. Devin Haney, Javante Tank Davis on this side. You want Devin Haney? Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. T.O. and Devin Haney. You want people to shit on T.O.? The boxing voice going to shit on T.O. You want the praise of Devin Haney? The boxing voice going to praise on Devin Haney. See? And you want to listen to, if y'all don't like Punch Drunk saying he's boring, I'm gonna send you to a channel. Look, go to the Boxing Voice, and then what they're gonna tell you that Devin Haney is probably the best, the best ever of this generation. And you go to them, and I'll send you. I referred you to them. You want to speak? You don't think I'm saying great things is not quenching your thirst? The Devin Haney content. Go to the Boxing Voice. I'm gonna say it like this, and Bill Haney's gonna show up too. Just like that. But the truth or the facts, the truth or the narrative. What do y'all want? Let me see what the poll is at. See what the poll is at. 10%, only 77 people voted. That's not enough. 10% said support narrative and entertainers, and 90% I support truth tellers. 10% want to be entertained. Excuse me. The The boxing voice has some good content. Thought I rock with it. Thought you no, they got good content. I think everybody got good content. And there's other content that I might not agree with, but I think a lot of people got good time. I'm not saying that. See, even when I'm giving credit and when I'm referring, it's not that I'm not cool with nobody. I'm telling you, if you want great Devin Haney content, speak highly. If you don't feel like Punch Run Boxing speak highly of him, I will send you to somebody and I will refer you so you can subscribe to the content that you want to hear of, let's say, Devin Haney. I will send you to the Boxing Voice. If you want to listen to Canelo Alvarez by any means necessary, does everything right, and there was shit on everybody else for Canelo, I will send you to IBFP. I will send you to him. I will say subscribe to him. He will shit on Demetrius Andrade just like you wanted Jamal Charlo, any PBC. I will send you to them. If you want to listen to they will shit on Tyson Fury, I will send you to the LDBC. I will send you to the channel that I may know. I'm gonna send you to them. If you want shitting on Teofimo Lopez, I'm gonna send you to Akaka TV. You understand what I'm saying? It's not no, hey, I'm not saying, I'm referring people to. That's what y'all want to hear. None of these channels can even be like, hey, yo, Punch, what the fuck you said that? No. They should say thank you. They could say, yo, hey, if you want to listen to a Teofimo Lopez because that's his boy, blah, 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 hey, come to Punch Run Boxing. Cool, I'll take it like, okay. Know what I'm saying? I'm about truth, and I'm going to tell you the truth about this community. I'm going to tell you the truth about this community. That's what I'm going to tell you the truth. Showbiz, one of the most unbiased. If I would say the most unbiased person that I feel, aside from myself, that I from the big channels, I'm talking about the, that they get them numbers up and 20Ks and stuff like that. Yo, Showbiz, Boxing Wave. Shout out to my boy Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. What's good, Rapstar? What's good? Subscribe to Rapstar Boxing Knowledge as well. Mighty Max Boxing, Andrew Tucker World. You want to listen to some women boxing? I mean, female boxing? Go to Ring IQ. Go to Ring IQ. If you want to see if people shit on PBC, Ring IQ's live show, they will shit on PBC. Everything Al Heyman, they will shit on Al Heyman. And they will praise everything the Top Rank does. See? Stamina for Sale with Spencer Fearon and Tunde. One of my favorite channels as well. I hope that they would even do more, like do more content. Nah, for the love of boxing, I'm the most unbiased. They ain't gonna come into my channel, my comment, tell me who's the most unbiased. I'm the most unbiased. Jose, you can't handle the truth. I'm the most unbiased. So that's all I'm saying. That's all that's all I really want to say, bro. About that situation. You know what I'm saying? Punch and Showbiz the most unbiased. So I'm talking about Egg. Good looking out, Egg, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Member of Punch Run Boxing. Good looking out. But yeah, man. Everybody doing their thing, but There's people out there that gonna hustle you because you letting them hustle you. It's because you want them to hustle you. So they deserve for you to get, they deserve to hustle you. You feel me? It's because you want them to hustle you. So they deserve to hustle you. Okay. That's how I see it. It's not no shades on it on the boxing channels. I'm just letting you know. They deserve, there's certain kind, they deserve to hustle you because you want to be hustled, because you wouldn't even allow, you can't even be real and be like, you know what, man, this channel man be saying some nice, they be lying like crazy, but it's entertaining. Sometimes the fucking lie is entertaining. Just say it. The narrative is entertaining. It entertains me, the narrative. I like that shit. I go to this channel because it's fucking crazy and they say some dumbass shit. And I like the panel and all that shit. It's all right. Why everybody try to act like you can't even like if you can't love, if you can't like a whore? It's like saying that every man loves a good a good bangelica, good woman that was a virgin and never and can no suck a pee and da, da, da. I just want a presentable so I could introduce you to my mother and father and my. There's other dudes out here that goes to the strip clubs y le gusta le gustan esa sucia. Said sports lover said, who you think Tank will fight in the end of the year? Um, I would think if depending on Isaac Cruz ends this fight, depending if he ends it quick, if he doesn't get a cut, I believe a rematch with Isaac Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis. If not, Michelle Rivera or Gervonta Tank Davis, that's my second pick, and Ryan Garcia. December, that's what I think. Good looking out, sports level, but I do think so. I already put it. I did a video. These guys, Gervonta Tank Davis team and Golden Boy Promotions team are in talks. They're negotiating, trying to negotiate for December date fight. So people gonna be like, "Yo, but Punch, you didn't listen to what Eric Gomez said a couple of days ago." Yeah, I listened to it, but y'all gotta understand certain things. What y'all see on the front and what y'all see in the front page of boxing is not what's really it. You know what I'm saying? The boxing, when it comes to negotiations, you're not gonna know a lot of shit in negotiations. There's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes of the sport of boxing. Like I said, the business of boxing, they play the fans. They throw shit out there. Oh, but this guy said Teofimo Lopez. No, Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia is not gonna be fighting. No, they're not in negotiations. They're not in talks. If anything, if you hear a word of Teofimo Lopez name is used probably as bargaining chips in the negotiations of Gervonta Tank Davis and Teofimo Lopez, almost like, for example, probably trying to say, yo, Gervonta Tank Davis, take this deal because we got a big fight with Teofimo Lopez. And then the how you say it? Then the Gervonta Tank Davis team is gonna be like, yo, shit, Ryan Garcia gets in the ring with Teofimo Lopez, and then let's say Teofimo Lopez beat Ryan Garcia, and that fucks up the big money with Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. It fucks up the big money. So you know what I'm saying? They use certain names, they bring in certain names to use it as bargaining chip, like, yo, take this deal because we got Teofimo Lopez, and we also talking to Bob Arum, and this fight is close to happening. So I think they bring in Teofimo Lopez's name, but in reality, Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia's team is in talks. And then I did the video. I'm letting y'all know. See, Steven Espinoza couldn't say what he wanted to say. It's almost like Steven Espinoza don't want to tell you the date of Earl Spence and Bud Crawford, but that fight is already it's gonna be announced very, very soon. But they acting like they're still in negotiations. That fight is already done. It's gonna come soon. It's gonna be announced soon. You said nah. It's not. It's not. They in talks. They in talks, man. And look, this is what Steven Espinoza is telling you. In other words, sometimes you guys got to read in between the lines, and it's in front of your faces sometimes. The truth, the truth is in front of your faces sometimes. Like, let me give you again what Steven Espinoza tweeted. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? He said, 3 of the 4 fighters you mentioned. Let me read what this guy says. Macau Thompson. He told Steven Espinoza, he says, so Tank Davis, he's gonna fight in December, huh? I'm willing to bet it won't be Garcia, Haney, Loma, or Lopez. I say he's going to fight 49-year-old Juan Manuel Marquez. Steven Espinoza replied, 3 of the 4 fighters you mentioned already have fights scheduled in October or December, making them unavailable to fight Tank in December. Tank is having a December date. Tank's team is in discussion with the 4th. Who's the 4th? Who's the 4th? Team Lopez got a date, going to be fighting December 10th. Okay. Lomachenko going to be fighting Ortiz. Devin Haney going to be fighting Kambosos. Who's the 4th? Ryan Garcia. Steven Espinoza is telling you what's happening behind the scenes. See, but I know as well, but I'm going off this. He's telling you Ryan Garcia and is in discussions with the 4th. Now, and anybody in Tank's team right now, can you come into Punch Drunk Boxing and tell me I'm lying? Sue your fucking ass. Defamation of character. Anybody in Tank's team, if you're listening to Punch Drunk Boxing from Coach Cal, Coach Kenny, Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellaby, anybody in Showtime Boxing, can you come to my channel right now, if you're listening, and tell me that I'm lying? Punch, you know they aren't serious negotiations. It's just for show. Nah, my brother, nah. Egg, I'm not gonna lie. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I would not say anything about anybody's business and say is a lie. You know why I'm not gonna say that? Because I still have to face these guys when I do see them. You understand what I'm saying? The difference between me and these other channels, look, the difference between me and these other channels is I can't put your business, I can't put a business out there, attach my name to it, and then when I see them, they're gonna look at me like you a fucking fraud. How you gonna say something like that? Egg, if I am telling you that they're in negotiations, they are in talks in negotiations for December. Now, is the fight going to happen? I don't know. Is the negotiation going to fall apart? Maybe, maybe not. These guys are in talks. That's what I'm saying. Those are the facts. These guys are on talks. You know what I'm saying? Now there's other people that are gonna wait. Well, I'll wait to see if the fight happens and announce. I don't give a fuck. The facts is they're in talks. That's what it is. The facts is they're trying to negotiate a deal. That's the facts. That's the facts. And I'm not going to lose my credibility to lie to anybody in boxing or the subscribers, bro. I'm not. Rematch with Cruz will be good. Yeah. I think it'll be good, man. I think it'll be good. If I think if he can't lock down a Ryan Garcia fight, Isaac Cruz fight, I think people, and I think that shit will be sold out. I think that should be sold out in the Staples Center. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? I think so. Good looking out, sports lover. Good looking out. Appreciate you, man. You know, so it is what it is, man. Yeah, we got. I think this in this community we got to get it together, because I'm gonna tell you like this, man. What's gonna happen is, and like I said this several years ago. And this was like a message to the other boxing content creators. I say, yo, they're listening to us, man. We could be the voices. We could be the power of the pen. We could be, since we love boxing. We're the one here 24/7 speaking about boxing, doing this shit for free. These other guys in boxing, they work, they get a paycheck. Mike Campage is gonna get a paycheck from ESPN. We talk boxing all day. We do it for the love. And whatever we get from it is just for the support of the subscribers. If they want to send the super chats, or they want to send the Cash App or donations and smash the like and all of that, we're doing it for the love, right? Doing it for the love. The more we spin these stupid ass narratives, the more that people in this community spin the narratives, the more we tell the lies, the more all this bullshit that a lot of people do in this community. The boxers are going to create their podcast. The boxing personnel that's getting laid off by these networks, they're creating their podcast. They have their relationships. They have their portfolio. They have their contact books. And you know what? They're succeeding now. They're taking over. Paulie Malignaggi gonna be taking over. You know what I'm saying? Spencer Fearon taking over. Sean Porter taking over. And all these boxers gonna be like, you know what? Let me make my own podcast. And then us, we just gonna be pushed to the side. We're gonna be pushed to the side. For the love of boxing, Jose versus Rap Star in the debate. Punch is the moderator. All right, y'all want that debate right now? Y'all want that debate right now? Send the link for y'all if y'all want that. Danny Medina in the building. Danny, dímelo, mi hermano. He said for the passion of boxing. What's good, Danny? How you been? Jackie, how you been? Send the link. All right. I'll send the link right here. Send the link right there. I'm putting it right there. He said, sad night. Jose says, sad night. I can't now. I'm at work right now. Uh-oh, he ducking. He ducking. Big boy. Give me 1 second. I got 5 in food stamps on you, Jose. Ain't no Haney in my blood. Shit. Let me put my guy right here, man.
Mía, saben que yo le tengo una producción que dice, mami, ¿y qué lo que? Yo, dime si me quieres o si no me quieres. Mami, yo tengo mala suerte con las mujeres. Mami, tú me tienes llorando como un perrito. Llorando como un perrito. Llorando como un perrito. Mía.
That's Jose self-made right there. Yo, Jose, get back in. Yo, Jose, man. Say you going to lunch. You got to debate Rap Star. Say you going to lunch right now, man. Go to the bathroom or something. So you gonna take a shit. Take a shit while you debating Rap Star. Yo, what's good, man?
Man, all I'm gonna say is, bruv, this fool better get on it. And all I'm saying is this: he's got all the time, yeah, to call my name, to be in this chat every second. Get the fuck on here and stop hoeing on the street, you little pussy. And let me tell you this now: you don't want to be sucking cock for your $10 on that street. I'm gonna give you more than 10. And I'm going to show you who your pimp is. Jose, you fuck with the wrong motherfucker. Don't you ever call my name. And Jose, I know you've been remembering me after that last Canelo live. You were my friend before the Canelo live. And when I spoke the truth about Canelo, all of a sudden you start acting like a fucking beta male. Let me tell you, Jose, you a disgrace to these new Mexican fucking generation. All right, mate? I'm going to call you out. And your own Mexicans are going to call you out by the time I finish with you, Jose. I'm going to finish you, bro. I'm going to show that you are a cheap imitation Taco Bell bitch. You don't even eat real salsa, you fucking fake Mexican. Get the fuck on here. Jose got all the time to fucking talk on the chat. Right? But now all of a sudden, he wants to say my name, rap star this and rap star that. He's in his butt feelings after the Canelo Alvarez live.
Why are they in their butt feelings? Who?
Well, let me tell you the truth is, if anybody follows Rapstar, they know Canelo Alvarez is one of my favorite fighters. But I have to keep it on real on fucking Canelo, just like on his bitch beta male fucking Jose. Right? The reason why I didn't like what Canelo Alvarez said, Punch, I kept it real. I said, listen, man, Canelo Alvarez is a Mexican warrior, right?
Yeah.
He stands for Mexican mano versus mano. The man has turned around and said in front of the fucking world that if I stay at 168, I don't want to face the Mexican monster David Benavidez because he's a Mexican. He says the same thing about Zurdo Ramirez, which is Oscar De La Hoya's fighter. And we saw how big Bivol was to Canelo. Did you see how big Zurdo was to Bivol?
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, what great fights Canelo can have. And now Canelo is acting in a way that I said doesn't represent the real Mexican warrior code. I just kept it real, Punch. I said, listen, Chavez, Eric Morales, Antonio Barrero, Marquez, even Oscar De La Hoya, all these guys would agree with Rapstar and not with that little beta male, scared little bitch who's sitting there running like a little bitch on his little keyboard, and he ain't got no balls, and he's representing Canelo. Get the fuck out of here, Jose. You a bitch for Canelo. I will destroy you, and I will eat you up right here. You will never, ever forget my name. I will destroy you, and I will teach you that what Canelo Alvarez is doing is wrong. And I'm not saying nothing wrong. I say what Canelo Alvarez is doing right now and what he's saying, he's a global boxing star. He's looked upon around the world. We British people been watching him for a long time. What he's saying, if Anthony Joshua said what Canelo's saying, he will be getting slandered.
So Zay says, yo, bro, I can't text, not talk.
Oh, shut up, you scared little bitch.
He's the type of, you know, them fighters when they call each other out, they tweet at each other instead of just calling each other out face to face. You know what I'm saying? They just tweet at each other.
This is what I'm saying, man. These beta male fanboys. These fanboy bitches out here, bro. You know what I mean? There's people pushing these little fanboys these days. They're acting like fucking proper bitches for these fighters. Oh, Rapstar, don't say nothing about the Canelo. He's the best. Hey, Rapstar, don't say nothing about Andrade. Andrade hasn't fought nobody. Fuck Andrade. No, the truth was Canelo was at 160. He could have got undisputed. He could have beat that nobody if he wanted. But you don't want him to fight the nobody. Why are you scared of Canelo fighting Benavidez that you're saying that Benavidez is not Mexican now? Come on, man. Let's call out the truth. Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter, but he ain't no fucking perfect fucking human being. At the end of the day,
he's not the second coming of Jesus Christ. Even Jesus Christ got crucified.
Jesus Christ, he's
if Jesus Christ got crucified, you think I won't crucify first? I won't crucify you for a certain thing that's just one. That's just a little thing. Like on my channel, it's just that. It's just that people are mad. Man. People are mad because of the truth, man.
And that's what people have turned like Jose, the fucking beta male tranny bitch, who's fucking sucking Canelo's ring piece, yeah? Who doesn't understand that Canelo's doing wrong, you little fucking tranny. Wake up, man. Anyway, get the super chat, bro.
Warriors only. What's good? Good looking now. Appreciate you, my brother. He said, The difference with Joshua is he's from Europe. Canelo is from a third world country where not even a real amateur program exists. He doesn't want to end rising. Warrior, you know, man, look, good looking out with
I'll
the
let
super
you
chat.
answer that before I go all in.
There's the thanks for the super chat, but you saying that he wants to end the rising. The way I'm gonna tell you like this, y'all forgetting about, even the Mexican people forget about, was your reputation. Your reputation of a Mexican fighter was never to save O's. The reputation of a Mexican fighter is that even when he lose, he goes out there like a champ. You think, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example, Warriors only. Let me give you an example. Who did Chocolatito for last fight? Martinez, right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm back in the chat. Martinez, yeah.
Did his stock drop any lower because he lost to Chocolatito?
Nah, Martinez's stock's still high.
Still high.
Yeah.
Did Isaac Cruz?
Sonny Edwards wants him. Everybody wants him.
Exactly. Did Isaac Cruz, when he lost to Gervonta Tank Davis, did his stock drop or did it rise?
No, it's risen.
Why? Because the Mexican style, and this is where the Mexicans get credit for, and this is why people talk about the Mexican styles, is that win, lose, or draw, y'all leave y'all balls in the ring. Y'all leave y'all heart in the ring. So you think that Canelo Alvarez fighting David Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez, Zurdo Ramirez, you think that Zurdo Ramirez is just going to fold and let Canelo Alvarez beat him to a pulp? No. He's going to fight. He's going to fight. By the end of the fight, even if he loses, the Mexican people identify that this man did not sell us cheap, that this guy was brave, that this guy fought hard, and we good with that. You know what I'm saying? He said moved up 2 weight classes on in 2 weeks' notice. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the pride. That's the pride. So I don't think that Canelo Alvarez, he's going to stop anybody's rises if he beats a Mexican. Maybe Canelo Alvarez beating a Mexican will probably, that would give him his rise. You feel me? Maybe he will rise. Even let's say he fights Zurdo Ramirez or David Benavidez, right? And it's a great fight. It's a great fight. But Canelo Alvarez just edged it in the championship rounds, right? And it was an entertaining fight. David Benavidez stock don't drop. Zurdo Ramirez stock won't drop.
Exactly.
The Mexican people value effort, and that's what I know about as them as probably the best boxing fan or the best boxing fan in America and in the North.
Yeah.
Because they value just not the record. They value the passion. They value the particular fortitude. They value the fighter spirit. So no, I don't think that Canelo Alvarez. I think it hurts. I think Canelo Alvarez hurts those potential Mexicans if you don't get in the ring with them, because you're not giving them the opportunity. And if you understand they come from a third world country, right? Because you could flip it on this side. You could flip it on this side, my brother, Warrior. If you're coming from a third world country, then you should be giving me an opportunity, because the payday in our country, you know how much that payday will mean to me and my family and our community. Go ahead, Rap. Good looking out, Warrior, though.
Yeah, man, look. First of all, I'm done with the trolls. Since I've done these, since we keep it real on Canelo Alvarez, that certain things he's saying is actually wrong. You know, certain fans, they can't hear nothing wrong with Canelo. Just like that beta male bitch that ain't even got the balls to come over here. One of the, some of the weakest beta males I've ever met. What I'm saying is people take it sensitive. They think all the good things I've said about Canelo, all of a sudden is gone, is it?
Yeah, it's like that. People, you could say all
you
the
know what I
great
mean?
things.
I've been supporting Canelo from day one, bro.
Let me say this right quick. Hold on. Warriors only. He said, I see your point and def respected. Well said. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you. Yeah. You know, I see. It's like I said in the video. I could understand. I could understand what Canelo Alvarez said. I could understand what Canelo Alvarez means. Like you say, I understand that, Warrior. I understand what Canelo Alvarez is probably saying. That doesn't mean because I understand, I agree with it. I understand what he's saying, but I don't agree with it. It's almost like Isaac Cruz. I mean, what Andy Ruiz said yesterday. He said, I understand him, but I did fight Chris Arreola because the Mexican fans, and paraphrasing, they love to see two Mexicans going at it. Same thing Isaac Cruz was saying. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Canelo Alvarez is in position to pick his fights. Yes, he's in. That's 100%. And I believe that Canelo Alvarez, when he picks his fights, is actually challenging. That Bivol fight, what people trying to criticize him saying is a cherry pick, that was a stupid ass narrative. That was a hard fight. So we already know that he has the heart. We know that's why he's Canelo, aka Cartelo, aka Payday. We know what Canelo Alvarez is, a walking Hall of Fame. We understand that. But I just don't agree that for him to say that he doesn't want to fight Mexicans, because in the end of the day, like I said before Canelo Alvarez even said it this week, I said that the pressure was going to be on Canelo Alvarez because David Benavidez is the fight everybody want to see at 168. And if Zurdo Ramirez beat Bivol, the guy that beat Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican people will call on Zurdo Ramirez to fight Canelo to fight Zurdo Ramirez as a big Mexican showdown. And people even talking about that fight. If Zurdo beats Bivol, that shit could be in Mexico and you know what I'm saying? Tamper with that live gate that Julio Cesar Chavez did back in the days. It's a big fight, and it's big for Mexico. It will bring a lot of money. It'll bring a lot of money to Mexico, to the third world country. It will bring a lot of money. It will give a great opportunity for Zurdo Ramirez for what he could do in the community of Mexico, what he could do for his people, and what he could do for his family.
Very good point.
In boxing, they're fighters. That's the way they look after each other, by fighting.
Yeah, and that's very good points. But then you got these pussy boy bitches, right? All of a sudden who don't agree with you, this big boys, big balls and big pussy and big boys play. He says that, you know, these are trolls. Because if they're real Canelo fans, they would have hit the link by now. They're calling me out in the chat. They don't want to agree with certain things you're saying because I've seen what's going on. I've seen when I did the live, certain people were just in their feelings. They don't want to talk about facts. It's like the feelings matter to these kids than the facts. That's why I keep saying, send the fucking link so this guy from across the pond can teach these kids what fucking boxing's about and teach them why they're in their feelings about Canelo Alvarez. Why they're so scared to hit the link. See, because they know, man, when I do the live, I send the link. They're not ready for this smoke. They know that truth inside of themselves, if they look in the mirror, they're capping to themselves. They're acting like fucking fanboys for Canelo Alvarez. I'm a fan. I'm not a fanboy. And the fanboyism every year is growing on this YTBC. And that's why boxing don't even take YTBC serious.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't. Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I ain't even gonna say 90, 95%. I'm gonna say 100%. 100% of the boxing personnel, those guys that invest, the promotional companies, they don't take this shit. They don't. Yo, it's beginning to the point where they don't take the hardcore boxing serious. They don't give a fuck about hardcore boxing.
And if you're a real fanboy, come and debate me, man. Show me what you got for Canelo Alvarez. You're some weak-ass fanboys, man. And this Jose saying that he's working right now and fucking wherever the fuck he's working on a hoe on the street. Yeah? This motherfucker's a hoe on the street sucking fucking dick without condoms for $10. That's what this motherfucker's doing. Look, he's got all the time to speak in the chat for the last hundreds and hundreds of times. But this guy's working that he can't say nothing for 1 minute. So scared, man. Beta males. Go look yourself in the mirror and what you're doing for Canelo Alvarez, bro. A Mexican guy will beat the fuck out of you. That's what's going to happen to you. A real Mexican guy is going to beat the fuck out of you one day, bro. If it ain't going to be Rap Star across the pond, a real Mexican guy who don't eat that imitation cheese, that plastic cheese in Taco Bell like you do. Trust me, mate. That fake salsa you're eating, you bitch. I'm telling you, man, I'm done with these. Do you know what? I've been getting hate. I've been getting death threats, Punch. A man made a live about me, say, murder me. For what? Because I kept it real about Canelo, you pussy. You pussy boys. You acting like worse than Deontay Wilder fanboys.
It's getting to that point. It's getting to that point. It's getting to that point.
Bad. People are trying to fucking send me messages, death threats. This is getting bullshit, bro. A man did a 4-hour live with my name in his mouth.
Yeah, I get messages saying, "Yo, I subscribed to you. I thought that you was real." I thought, what? Unsubscribe? What? Because I said that because I kept it real. I said, man, please unsubscribe. Unsubscribe now. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna keep it real, bro.
Hey, listen, I just want to say this. From now on, big boy, pussy boy, no one ain't taking you serious, and no one ain't taking that pussy, what's his name, serious. What's his name? Punch? That Jose. Nobody cares about you no more. And I'm telling you now, you embarrassed yourselves. Carry on talking now. Ain't taking none of you serious. But go on.
HLD in the building. What's good, man?
What's going on, Punch?
Chilling, man. Dímelo.
Well, man, look, I mean, on this topic, I mean, when I first heard him say that, on face value, when I just first heard him say it, I'm like, damn, like, really? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then you got to really think about it within his shoes and within where he's at. Because he ain't afraid of no other fucking Mexican out there. There ain't no fucking Mexican a threat to him.
True.
There's no other there's hardly any other fighters of threat to him. So it's not because he's trying to duck or evade. I at first value I was thinking kind of like you guys, but then I have to. When he says he doesn't want to fight other Mexicans, he's not. He's talking about naturalized Mexican nationalists. And when you see from where he's from and how he sees the world, it's not America. It's not the United States type of way. It's basically no different than what we do in the Olympics. We don't fight against our countrymen. We fight with our countrymen against everybody else. And that's what he's doing. I mean, when major league players from baseball or in the NBA, when they play here in the United States, yeah, it's an exclusive league that only belongs to the United States. They don't play against other countries. But when the Olympics come through, where do all the baseball players go? They go back.
I'll be back, Punch, in a sec. I'll be back.
All right.
They all go back to their naturalized countries, and they'll fight or play with their countrymen against the United States, if they play here. I mean, Alex Rodriguez is Dominican by descent, but when the Olympics came through, he didn't play for the Dominican Republic. He played for the United States because he's an American nationalist. He's from here, naturalized. So it's a different mentality than what we have here in the United States as a melting pot. But everybody, for the most part, has a country of origin with their countrymen, and other than really, the African Americans who were stripped of their culture and everything else, this is their adopted, homemade now country by force. And the Native Americans who are in fucking, in black tribes.
That's why I said I could understand, but I still don't agree, because if everybody embodied that mindset, that we wouldn't never seen Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hagler Hearns, Mike Tyson, Holyfield. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the same thing though, because they're not of. Look, I'm gonna give you two Nigerians from another sport who will not fight against each other. In the UFC, you got Kamaru Usman and Israel Adesanya. They're two Nigerian champions. Well, until just a week ago, Usman got knocked out. But there were two, and they will not fight against each other. Why not? Because they're not going to fight and create a divisiveness amongst their people. They don't want to do that. They're going to build each other.
But this is for me, this is the fight game. You gotta fight each other. This is not you gave the example of the Olympics. Well, this is not the Olympics. There's a time for it to not fight each other and fight against it. There's a time, but now,
but
just
boxing
like when you
is not like that, Punch, because every fighter,
boxing is like that, because there's the Olympics.
What do they announce? Your country of origin of what you about. It's from where you at, because it's a worldwide sport. Boxing is not like Major League Baseball or the NFL. Boxing is a worldwide sport. And it represents primarily, when every fighter comes out, when you look it up on boxing, whatever, their country of origin. You know what I mean?
But they can mention basketball players' country of origin. There will be like Nowitzki from Germany.
Yeah, but the United States, but in the NBA, they don't play against, Europe, or they don't play against, South America or whatever.
Exactly. The NBA doesn't do it, but when there's a time and place to play, is a time and place for the tournaments in the summer. There's a time and place for the FIFA or the FIFA game. There's a time and place for us to not fight or play against each other. But now when we in the pros, this ain't the Olympics. If we want to see Mexico versus USA, if we want to see Cuba versus USA or Cuba versus Mexico, then we'll tune into the Olympics. We'll tune into the Pan American Games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if people want to see that, if people want to see that type of thing, then we tune into the amateur circuit. But there's the pros. Somebody got to fight each other. It doesn't make it throws it off.
Well, it doesn't really. I mean, in actuality, it throws anything off because first of all, you know, like this guy at 175, Zurdo, he's got to beat Homeboy for that to even be a possibility, and he's gonna get his head boxed off. That's the way I feel. But as far as the tournament goes, like you're trying to say, to come up, Canelo already did that. That's why he's at the status as where he's at. He's not in. I'm trying to get it out the mud anymore. I'm on the top of the motherfucking mountain of all of boxing right now, and so he doesn't have to get it out the mud like the guys who are trying to earn it from the bottom. That, I mean, there's a slight difference, but I mean, if you want to take it at face value of why would he say that? It's not because he's scared.
No, that's a narrative that if he's scared.
So then why? If it's not for he doesn't want to fight his own.
The logical way you're saying is what people may be thinking, that he is saying it, because he doesn't want to. Well, Warriors only said that he don't want to like shorten a career, or you know what I'm saying, shorten a career of an upcoming Mexican fighters or be in the way of that Mexican fighter. What I'm saying is you fighting him is helping him. You fighting him is benefit. He's benefiting him. He's benefiting from fighting you. You're coming from a poor country. You giving him that payday benefits his family, that you should understand, his family and his community. You giving him that pay that's giving him that type of opportunity. You do not fight him. You do not give opportunity.
It doesn't only that one person, but it creates a divisiveness within his people, like it did with Julio Cesar Chavez and him. It creates a divisiveness. Now, this man is also super well invested in Mexico. He's got gas stations, banks, name it. His face is on everything. So, I mean, why would he want to create a divisiveness to where then his brand takes a hit also on top of it?
But brother, but he creates the divisiveness if he don't fight him. That's what's gonna happen right now. That's why we're talking about it. It's creating the divisiveness. There's Mexicans saying that no, you should fight Mexicans, and there's other Mexicans that be like, nah, let Canelo Alvarez do what he want to do. Because David Benavidez, look what David Benavidez that said. Who's David Benavidez? David Benavidez, that is Mexican. Well, he was calling Canelo Alvarez yesterday.
No, I don't know.
Oh, he was telling him, you scared of Mexican. That's not the way that the Mexicans fight. We have balls and we have all of this. So that right there is going to create a division.
Yeah, but he's gonna fight Benavidez because Benavidez is not a naturalized Mexican nationalist.
Yeah, but Canelo Alvarez never said natural. He never said that.
Yeah, but that's what that's
what he meant. That's an assumption. So that's why Canelo Alvarez has to clear that up himself.
Well,
that's why when I did the video,
but I heard another quote punch. I heard it from like 2 years ago, and he did say that.
He was talking about Jaime Munguia.
You know, and I read something to the effect. I mean, I know I did. I read something like that, but. Look, I mean, on face value, what other reason does he have? On face value,
that's my face value, but that is still an assumption. Hold on, let me say what's up to Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Raquel. He said, "Yo, your future's too bright. You with shades, brother. Yeah, man. I'm saying too many lights on me. Man. Shout out to Nonito, Don and Raquel. What's good, man? Hope everything is great." Hope everything is great, man. Love to have you on, man. Soon. Let us know what the fight, who you got next. But that's what I mean. It's still gonna create. Look, just think about it. Just like you explained earlier. You said, you know, even the African Americans was happening in the country with black people, right? How about if Bud Crawford, Earl Spence, Bud Crawford says, you know what? nah, I don't want to fight my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna create division. I can already see this.
It already has created division. Punch.
All right,
You
so
guys
let's
gotta
say
fight against each
so
other.
Buck Crawford says I don't want to fight because I don't want to fight a brother.
I would respect each and everybody's individual on that, but I can see what Canelo can see within that community, how it's divided. I mean, I've heard people out here on YouTube, I'm gonna pull up and kill you. Fuck you for talking shit about Spence. Oh, fuck you for saying shit about Crawford and all this shit. I'm like, what?
I mean, if
You know what I mean?
regardless, but regardless is, in my opinion, regardless is gonna be, it's gonna be some type of division, but because of the fighters, because of the fan bases, not really that is Mexico, the sliced Mexicos and stuff like that. Canelo Alvarez, look, Canelo Alvarez is making it like that. Canelo Alvarez, because not every Mexican think like Canelo Alvarez. Because there's other, the Mexican people will be happy to see Sudo Ramirez and Canelo Alvarez, and all Mexicans will be hands on deck. But there's other Mexicans that don't believe. Look what Sudo Ramirez said. Sudo Ramirez said, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. People love to see two Mexicans going at it. We have the best fights. Andy Ruiz said the same thing. We have the best wars. So the Mexican people love it.
None of those guys got a brand though, Punch. None of those guys, not even Crawford and Spence, have a brand on stores, on banks, on gas stations with their name on it. None of them. Canelo has got a brand, and that's his name, and it's all over Mexico.
Nonito said, eventually a world champion means you have to fight anyone from where because of the rankings. It is what it is. That's what I mean. Like, if this was the Olympics, I understand, and then I agree with Canelo Alvarez.
On the technicality, what he's saying is yeah, it is true. But does he have to? No, he could say no, and that's it.
But I agree 100% with that. Once you got to, I don't as a fan, because if everybody said the same thing, if everybody said the same thing, then it wouldn't be no boxing. It wouldn't be no boxing.
Why do you think Michael Jordan never pushed anything about politics or anything like that? Why you think not? Because he didn't want to create a divisiveness within his brand. So he kept it neutral amongst everyone. You know, there's more to it than just boxing for him. I believe that. Nobody else in boxing has got that name brand on shit like he does in his country like that. Nobody.
So what about Suldo's opportunity?
He's getting it right now, finally.
Okay, but then I'm giving. That's why I gave the other example of, let's say, Bud Crawford. So let's say 168. Canelo Alvarez is undisputed. So David Benavidez, and we're talking he's Mexican. Because I don't want to go to the oh, he's not Mexican. He's not really Mexican.
No, he's Mexican, man, and he's gonna fight Benavidez. He said that he just wants him to do more, but he'll fight him. He's admitted. But I'll fight him.
But let's stay with the comment, let's stay with the comment that he's not gonna fight David Benavidez, or he's not gonna fight Sudo Ramirez.
He's not gonna fight Sudo. That's what he said. Yeah.
Okay, well, what about Sudo Ramirez? What about what he believes? What about what he wants? What about his opportunity that he wants? Why does Bivol get the chance to get that opportunity? You know me. You should know where I come from. We come from the same place. You know our poverty. Why you ain't giving me that opportunity? Why you not giving me the opportunity of greatness? Why you not giving me that payday? How about that? Give me that opportunity.
Go get undisputed and make your greatness, boy. Go make your greatness.
So that's what people don't like, though. Also, my greatness might come through you. I want you, Canelo. I'm in position to get you. I beat the guy that beat you. Matter of fact, I did it for Mexico too. Now let's do it for Mexico and fight me. In the end of the day, the winner is still going to be a Mexican.
But
and the loser's going to be a Mexican.
But the problem is, Punch, whatever you guys are saying, you can say. But since he keeps saying this, he's getting slandered by his own Mexican people. And the problem is, even the boxing world from the media now, it's going everywhere. From when Benavidez Sr. said today, when we saw from England, he said, man, Canelo's acting scared. He goes, he just doesn't want these fights. But that's what he's saying. No, but let me tell you why he's saying that. Can I finish, bro? You've been speaking for hours. Let me just say this. Let me just fucking say this. You fucking protecting Canelo's balls. All you're doing is hugging Canelo's fucking balls. Wait there. Let me just show you what he's saying. Let me tell you what he's fucking saying first, man. Stop battling on, man. You're just so, what's it called? Sensitive.
Go ahead.
See, this is the problem, Punch. People have become sensitive over this Canelo Alvarez thing, bro.
I mean,
they become too sensitive, man.
Go ahead and answer.
No, but look, why they're so fucking in their feelings about this Canelo thing, bro. Man said Canelo Alvarez is acting scared. And the Mexican, Benavidez Sr. said it. He said for him to say that, can I finish? And you just shut the fuck up and then you can talk.
Who is Canelo afraid of?
What are you saying?
Let him finish. Can
I finish? And then you can talk. You've been talking for 20 minutes.
But just answer the question so I know who you're afraid of.
But you got to shut up and then I'll fucking speak and then you can speak for 2 minutes.
But answer, who's he afraid of?
Yeah, so I will tell you. He's saying that he don't want to face my son, really. He's going to make excuses. And he goes, I guarantee you he will not fight my son and use this Mexican thing with us too. And he said the reason why he don't want to fight Zurdo, Punch, and this is what he's saying. The reason why he don't want to fight Zurdo, he's saying, look, Canelo might be great, but Canelo's coming to the point that he don't want to lose against a Mexican. He goes, have you thought of that? He goes, if Canelo loses to a Mexican fighter, it will hurt his legacy. And he goes, my son will beat the fuck out of him. Now, what you want us to think? Now, we know Canelo isn't ducking any smoke, but we know that Canelo's acting in a way that the boxing world is saying that this man don't want to lose to another Mexican.
He will fight Benavidez.
But no, I'm asking you, Punch. Do you think if Canelo lost to another Mexican, it would hurt his legacy? That's my question.
I don't see it like that. I'm thinking about it now that another Mexican is saying that, and that's what we're talking about. Mexicans that don't agree with Canelo Alvarez. That's the bigger story. It's not no other race or other country that is going at Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez set that tone. Canelo Alvarez put pressure on himself by saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because if he ain't never said that, ain't nobody even questioning if you don't want to fight David Benavidez or Sudo Ramirez. But because he said that at a time where the number one threat that people want the number one threat that people believe is your number one threat at 168 is a Mexican, and if Sudo Ramirez beats Bivol, then there's another Mexican that is the Mexicans that's going to be putting pressure on you now. It's not going to be the narrative that Canelo Alvarez doesn't want to fight black fighters. That's not the narrative. The narrative now is that, and it could be, it's not a narrative, it's the truth, because Canelo Alvarez said it. You don't want to fight Mexican fighters. So the narrative, you don't want to fight black fighters, black skillful fighters. That's a narrative. But you now have put yourself, now you put pressure on yourself.
I'm still gonna say he doesn't want to fight other Mexican naturalized Mexicans.
You know what? If Anthony
Benavidez he will fight Benavidez if that time comes. He will fight him.
Yeah, but we don't know that because the way that Canelo's
he said it in another interview.
But Canelo avoided talking about Benavidez already a few times, and even Eddie Reynoso doesn't want to talk about Benavidez.
Time to look it up right now, but I know
what I'm saying to you though.
He had no problem. He said he actually told Benavidez, just make sure, just do something.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, Punch. Everybody
Canelo, the facts is I always say that business decisions speak louder than words.
No facts.
I don't think Canelo Alvarez is scared of anybody. Did he avoid David Benavidez? He avoided David Benavidez because he signed a DAZN deal. Now, is he scared? No. But business decisions speak louder than words. He avoided the Charlo and the David Benavidez because he got the DAZN deal. He rather went with the same deal, same money. But I'd rather fight Bivol and Triple G rather than Charlo and David Benavidez that was on the deal. So then that's what I mean. He's put pressure on himself.
But he's willing to fight a rematch the man who beat his ass last time at 175. So I mean, like,
no, he didn't. No. Remember, because he had a rematch. He didn't sign for the rematch.
He already avoided the rematch.
Yeah, but in that same quote, I don't want to fight Mexicans. He said, but if Bivol wins, I'm gonna rematch him.
Yeah, but first time round, he didn't go for
why didn't fight him now?
First time round, he said he don't want the rematch now.
Why didn't fight him after the fight?
because he wasn't ready.
Logical sense to recoup, get your ass back together. I mean, he is fighting at 168 and going to 170. Like, we want to throw that like it's like water under the bridge. Yo, man, this 5'7" midget of a man is going up to 175, my man. I mean, like, shit.
Look.
That's great.
We're not denying that, but we're just saying that he still didn't want the rematch.
Deontay Wilder had a rematch clause. Even people didn't want him to do that. He got the rematch because he had a rematch clause. George Camboso, we don't want to see the fight. He got the rematch clause. Canelo Alvarez didn't go with the rematch clause, so he's fighting Triple G.
There's business to this.
It is business.
Who else is Wilder going to fight? Who else is Wilder going to fight to make the same amount of money that he made versus Fury?
What I'm saying is he could fight. He could fight with
hey, have you guys thought of this? Maybe Canelo don't want to deal with Golden Boy Promotions. He don't want to make him any fucking money.
Why he don't want to deal with Golden Boy Promotions when they secure the biggest contract in the history of the sport of boxing for him?
They have bad blood. We know that.
No, but I'm just saying. But even that's another subject I was going to talk about, but in another live.
Oh,
but why wouldn't he want to deal with the guy?
I'm just throwing that out there. But I'm taking it on face value of what he said. There's no other reason. If he's not scared of fighting nobody, the man has gone up from what 147 all the way to 175. Stop it. There's no fear in that motherfucker.
It's almost like let's break it down. Let me read.
There's no other reason.
He said there will be no world champions. Then if American doesn't fight American, Mexican doesn't fight Mexicans, Puerto Rican doesn't fight Mexican, Filipinos don't fight Filipinos, and that's what I'm saying. If everybody said what Canelo Alvarez said, can you imagine what boxing would be? So
not everybody's at the status of a Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, but even if Anthony Joshua's got a major brand, if he said he's not fighting no more British people will be slandering him. I think that now the boxing world is turning slightly. The problem is, Punch, is its own people from across the pond now coming up on screen and saying Canelo's wrong for this. Canelo acting like you don't want to lose to a Mexican fighter now.
We don't got the pulse of the Mexican people here in our chat. We got the Americanized Mexicans. We don't got Mexico pulse of the people to know what's being said.
I don't know
but I do know when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez, I know he knew the divisiveness that it created.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this is just not being the history, and this is not the future for boxing.
What
Canelo's trying to say is really teaching the children to not want to be those warriors how they were meant to fight anybody. That's why mano versus mano. Like Nanito says, at the end of the day, it comes to a stage of your life that you are at a stage that you fight everybody. That's what makes you the champion. When you start picking and choosing now, then it starts to become, okay, you're limiting yourself. Then this is why the certain Mexican people are creating. It's looking bad because it's his own people which are coming at him now.
That man is at the point that he makes money with fighting a fucking janitor. I mean, like he doesn't. He's not at the status of anybody else. I'm sorry to say.
No, but
he just lost.
Lost what? You think this is not going to make him another 100? When this other contract is up, he's not going to make another 100.
We're not talking about just money.
Yeah, but that's one of the factors of his power. Is like, yeah, he got the power, but yet then Canelo, you have the power to give your people opportunity.
My thing would be wrong with him if he by what he said. That means he has to fight Benavidez, and so. That being said, now if he avoids Benavidez, then I do have a problem because it's not.
His dad's already told everyone today.
It's like Janabek, right? People highlight the Demetrius Andrade and Janabek. Me, I highlighted when I spoke about in the video his post-fight interview. Why would I want Janabek to be a world champion? Why would I want Janabek in a if we've been look at this, so y'all can understand. I'm gonna come back around so y'all can understand what I'm saying. Janabek in his post-fight interview said he does not. He is a tradition. He don't want to fight his fellow countrymen in Triple G. Triple G got 2 belts. Janabek, we know that he ain't gonna get the Charlo belt. I mean, he's not gonna get the Charlo opportunity. So it'll be Janabek. Let's say, got the belt right now, right? but he wouldn't pursue undisputed because he wouldn't want to get in the ring with Triple G. So you're gonna be a lousy champion, just like people felt that Charlo and Demetrius Andrade is a lousy champion. He wouldn't fight nobody because he don't want to fight Triple G. So he wouldn't try to unify with his other countrymen. And I said that a long time ago. I don't agree with that. So I don't want you as a champion. Why people are desperate for this guy to fight this guy and probably beat this guy? He be a champion. He's gonna do the same shit where you think that Charlo and Demetrius Andrade gonna be doing.
Because boxing is not everything, guys. There's life beyond boxing, and thy people is more important.
But fighting is the opportunity.
What they have. You see, over here in the United States, because we don't have that super pride here in nationalism here in this country, because everybody's from fucking everywhere. It's very different than when you see these soccer games when it's country guns country and how they fucking ready to kill each other. Because there's a different sense of countrymen and pride together. We don't have that mentality here.
But your own was your stepping stone. Think about it. If where did Canelo Alvarez ranked up his resume? In Mexico. So your Mexican people is what built you up. You fighting Mexicans,
not fighting superstars, fighting other regulars like himself.
Okay,
all these guys are not like Benavidez. Oh yeah, of course he's gonna jump on that bandwagon because they want to get that payday. They're gonna do whatever the fuck it is to try to get this payday. I mean, that's all of them. They all want this payday. I don't give a fuck who it is. It's not
everybody want payday. That's why they price
that's a super payday. Ask Caleb Plant how much he's getting paid now versus Canelo. I mean, it's when it comes down to it, they're gonna use whatever angle they can use to make it want to be how for them. And I see that.
But I mean, there's no precision. They're in precision. He got. I said this. Canelo Alvarez could pick whoever you want to pick. He's done enough so he could get that power and pick. But I also said he got world titles, and with those world titles, you got responsibility. So don't tell me, for example, that let's say the WBC mandates Canelo Alvarez to fight David Benavidez, and Canelo Alvarez says, I don't want to fight him because he's Mexican. Or even if he doesn't, he goes back to 175 and they mandate a fight with him and Sudo Ramirez. He goes, I don't want to fight Sudo Ramirez because he's Mexican.
The boxing world would turn on him. Some of the boxing world would turn on him.
That should not be accepted.
Yeah, boxing world would turn on him.
They should enable that.
Manny Pacquiao, the same question at the status of where he come up to. And when was the last time he fought another Filipino? Because
there weren't no Filipinos for him to fight.
That he would that at the
mega. There weren't no Filipinos for Manny Pacquiao. That's being but that's being subjective.
At the mega status of where he was at.
Yeah, but there wasn't no Filipinos for him to fight in his weight class.
His opinion.
Yeah, come on, man. That's subjective. If Manny Pacquiao had Filipinos there, he would have fought all of them.
Are you going to answer for me?
Yeah, but that's wrong, man, what you're saying, because that don't even make logic. That's not making sense.
What you mean it don't mean logic?
There's no sense. Because there were no fighters for Manny Pacquiao in Philippines.
It doesn't even matter. Right now, do you actually...
So how could you put them together?
Put what together?
How can you fight a Filipino for Manny Pacquiao when there wasn't no Filipinos?
The thing is that there is that there is Mexican fighters for Canelo Alvarez, and one of them is the biggest threat at 168, and another one.
He's not a nationalist.
But that's the interpretation. That's not Canelo said. Canelo said Mexican fighters.
I don't take it like that.
Well, I'm gonna say what he actually said. He said Mexican fighters. He didn't say I don't want to fight Mexicans from my country, Mexico, but not the Mexican American. I will beat the shit out of Mexican Americans. He said Mexican. He said Mexican
before, though. He said it specifically before what he meant by that comment, because it's not the first time he said that. It's not.
Man,
well, you're gonna have to answer to David Benavidez.
I'm gonna say this, right?
Mexican father.
Punch, let me get this off, without getting interrupted, right? Just want 1 minute. Punch, at the end of the day, look, we're going to keep it real. Canelo has been doing a lot in this era of boxing. Yes, and it's going to be, we know he's challenged himself more than most fighters today, right? Mm-hmm. But what we're seeing today is that it's sad to see that if Canelo sticks with what he's saying, regardless of what we want to hear about, this is boxing, Punch. This ain't no fucking politics. We're not talking about politics and the UN over here and anything to do with ambassadors of that, right? We're talking about fucking boxing. If Canelo sticks with what he's saying, some of the boxing world will turn on him, and it'd be sad to see, because that's not the way you want to see a champion like that be put under pressure to fight his own countrymen, you know?
Mhm.
And I think Canelo Alvarez needs to come out with a really serious explanation, because after the way that boxing world is talking about him, and this, like you said, the trainers and people are saying that he don't want to lose to a Mexican, that would fuck his legacy up. What I'm saying is, Punch, at the end of the day, it's not going to look good for Canelo. Regardless of what could be the excuses, even if the cartels are fucking putting a gun to Canelo's family and saying, you do not fight another Mexican, right? I'm even going to take it to somewhere crazy. At the end of the day, he's representing the sport. And he knows by saying that out of his mouth, he's hurting the sport. And other people are looking at it that way. Now you get me?
He's not. Look. It's like I say. Some people are saying he's representing Mexico. He's representing, man. Once you got the title, you representing the world. You a world champion. You a world champion.
Fighting out of what hell he's at? You know
Mexico, but you fighting everybody. You
You know,
take on all comers.
every
When do we start praising fighters that say, I only take blacks and I want to beat up blacks, whites? If he says it like that, then he'll be racist.
the man took
They'll
on
say that he's racist.
the man has already taken on arguably the greatest fighter of this entire era at the age of 23. He's gone all the way up to 175 at a midget as of 5'7". Look, whatever his ideas are his ideas. And whatever the people want to look, and I'm not even a Canelo. I mean, I started liking the guy because he started speaking English and shit. It was funny, and you know, he made things entertaining, and he gave Plan the 2-piece on the press conference. You know what I mean? But I'm not a diehard fan of him at all. But you know, he's entertaining. I will say that. But there's more to it than just boxing. And the thing is, Zurdo is not even a reality as we know right now. It's not even a reality.
Look, I remember.
He has to be Bivol.
Speaking about, speaking about Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather never said that he won't fight another black fighter, but he was even getting criticized because he wasn't fighting African American fighters like that. He was even getting criticized, and he never said nothing like he don't want to fight, but he was already getting criticized. If Floyd Mayweather would have said that, because he was getting criticized for it, if he would have said, "Nah, I'm not fighting no black fighters,"
Man, Floyd did more.
But saying you're not fighting another black fighter is not the same as a black nationalist.
Not even point comparing Floyd, because Floyd Mayweather gave Andre Berto that fight just because he was a black man, and
Shane Mosley,
and he fought Shane Mosley. But let me just remember this:
Emmanuel
Floyd Mayweather kept real.
Jab Judah,
but Punch, Floyd Mayweather kept real. And I don't want to say whatever happened in his politics with Canelo. Canelo says he's about Mexico or Mexican people. Well, we got to remember this. Floyd Mayweather took his business from a Jewish man and took it to a black man. And him and that black man till today are loyal to each other. And that black man's name's Al Heyman. He cut bread with another black man called Al Heyman. Canelo Alvarez started with Oscar De La Hoya, and he ditched Oscar De La Hoya for an Englishman, for my boy, Eddie Hearn. Remember that? Eddie Hearn came and took with Canelo, took Oscar De La Hoya.
Wasn't he with Bob Arum?
Can I finish? Took another Mexican out the way, and my boy Englishman, since Canelo's been with my boy Englishman, now he don't even want to fight a Mexican. What has Eddie Hearn done to fucking Canelo Alvarez, Punch? What's he done? He took him away from another Mexican, and now he don't want to fight another Mexican, bro. Eddie Hearn has fucking been doing things to Canelo Alvarez's head.
Damn, you trying to say that Canelo is bougie now?
Well, Canelo ditched another Mexican for an Englishman, but Floyd Mayweather stayed true to the black
Canelo Alvarez ditched another Mexican, Oscar De La Hoya, that gave him the biggest payday, the biggest contract in the history of boxing.
Let's go with the narrative. Maybe maybe it's because Eddie Hearn, that's all he does is makes his fighters pussies, man. You know what I mean? Because he made AJ
Alvarez act like a pussy, bro. What's going on?
All right. Well, that's what I mean. You know, that's I'm gonna call it what you're trying. I mean, that's what we're saying.
I mean, look, Punch is agreeing with me that he left his Mexican brother for an Englishman. You know what I mean? Now, look, Canelo's a great fighter, yeah, but he's getting it now, Punch. And I don't think he deserves it because he's done more than most of these fighters. You know what I'm saying? He's done more than most of these fighters, bro. But he's getting it because
getting it. You think
he is though, Punch.
Do you
because
think
look,
he's losing any fucking sleep?
no, but it's not looking nice that it's hitting mainstream media.
He
It's not
don't give a
nice.
fuck.
It's
He
not
don't
nice.
give a
Okay,
fuck.
Punch. It don't look good for Canelo.
He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, who cares? But it don't look good.
He don't give a fuck. That dude is that.
I think he does give a fuck if he's a proud Mexican warrior, bro. I think he will give a fuck. He'll be put in a corner. He'll be put in a corner. They'll be slandering him next.
If he didn't give a fuck, if he gave a fuck, he wouldn't have fought Triple G because nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez is still a man who knows what's going on, and he already knows that he's saying that if Bivol wins, he'll fight
man,
Bivol.
you think he didn't know that there was gonna be backlash when he said it? You think I'm gonna reach? I'm just gonna say I'm gonna fight. I'm not gonna. Yo, he said it without full intention how it is, and he don't give a fuck.
Okay, well, then if he don't, then he'll have to answer to it because people will be asking him.
He don't have to. That's the thing. You keep on answering. You don't have to. You motherfucking answer to nobody.
Well, he's been saying it,
I
innit?
don't like. Look,
they're gonna keep asking him, though, ain't they?
I don't even have 0.001% of the fucking money that dude got. Give a fuck. I don't answer to nobody.
But what I'm saying is the media are still going to hold him down. They're going to say, oh.
He's still going to make his money.
I know, but the media are going to say to him next time, David Benavidez' dad said, you're virtually a pussy. He's saying that you scared to lose to a Mexican. And he goes, he guaranteed everybody. Because he did say this, Punch.
And you know what Canelo
Punch, let me get this off. He did say this. David Benavidez' dad said, I guarantee you he will never fight my son no matter what they do.
He's saying that because you want to make sure that.
But he's saying that the Canelo people don't want no smoke.
Let's say that Canelo doesn't. Oh, he's up, and then Canelo retires, and Benavidez, and they're gonna. Oh, he's a pussy. He didn't want to fight my son. He ducked him, and Canelo's like, yeah, I'm still rich, and you broke. He ain't gonna give a fuck.
I can't believe it. People trying to protect his way of talking, bruv. I just feel like it's
man,
wrong.
That you're running away with we're going way too far. I'm taking that.
It's wrong. It's wrong. As a boxer, that's wrong, man. It's wrong what you're saying, bro.
If he's not scared of nobody, then tell me, is his words of what he's saying then true to what it is?
It's just wrong what he's saying. It's wrong.
But take it for what it is. It's not that he's scared. It's not that.
Then he's got to be happy. Then he's gonna get a lot of backlash for it.
Well, backlash how, man? He's on a fucking 80-foot yacht.
Nonito said, then why didn't Canelo take the rematch that he enforced into the contract and then not enforce it?
Exactly.
Because he's obviously taking a tune-up fight, which is his Triple G.
That might not even turn out to be a tune-up.
That's a tune-up fight.
Man, it was supposed to fight his rematch. I expected Canelo Alvarez to go back and fight Bivol. That's what I expected.
You know what I mean? That's what I expected.
I didn't want that Triple G fight.
But he did say that if he, but do all rematches always happen back to back?
Yeah, and that's what's gonna happen. He said, but let's be honest. Now let's go again. Yes, Canelo Alvarez has the power. And I said this yesterday. Canelo Alvarez has earned his right to pick fights, but that doesn't mean because he has that he's earned it. That doesn't mean he got power over every other fighter. And that's why I actually like what Bivol said yesterday. Say I don't need him. I want bigger and better things. Because he knows after Surdo he wants undisputed. He already did the Canelo Alvarez. But look how Canelo Alvarez is talking. Oh yeah, and when I beat him, then I'm gonna get the rematch with Bivol. But who said that Bivol is gonna give you the rematch now? See, he didn't think about that because Canelo Alvarez is so high. He think that anybody wants to fight with him. Bivol is actually humbling him by saying, "No, I'm going after Bateri. That's big. I already took care of you."
It's a rematch clause. He's gonna have if he activates it, he's got to take it.
No, he didn't take this. No more rematch.
There's a rematch clause though.
No, well, that's what, so he got
That's
to
what
give
I'm
us more
saying.
dialogue. You don't get a rematch clause, you got a rematch forever. Like he just don't sit on the rematch.
Yeah, but I bet you
So
within the
Cambosa,
contract that it has to be,
so Cambosa could be like,
it
all
has
right,
to
man,
be
I go fight Devin
activated.
Haney now. I'll fight him like in my third fight.
Well, hey, that's how a lot of rematches have happened in the past.
Nah, but not on that particular rematch clause.
We don't know the
It don't
language,
happen
man.
like that. Well,
I know
now we're
Eddie
speculating.
Hearn, I know for a fact has got that locked down. But I know Bivol is not going to turn down like whatever, $10 million or whatever it is that they're going to give him.
See, but that's the thing right there. Is that maybe he's not gonna turn down. He said I'm getting more money fighting Sudo Ramirez than fighting Canelo Alvarez.
Well, that was the first time, but not the second time around. Maybe that's the ploy to make it happen. I mean, we'll see. I mean,
Maybe for Bivol, he's not money driven like somebody else. But that's what I mean. That maybe you could throw that money and he'd be like, nah, I'm going after Beterbiev. Oh, but I want a rematch, but I'm Canelo Alvarez. You could be like, so what? I beat you already.
Show me that. I need to see that. I want to see who's gonna in this fight price business. Who's gonna turn down? Oh, I'm gonna take this $2 million fight instead of this
Hey,
10, 12.
maybe fighting Beterbiev for undisputed in Saudi. Maybe the Saudis will give him that type of money. We never thought that George Cambosa would get $10 million. Shit. People laughed at Teofimo Lopez for him thinking he was going to get $10 million. George Cambosa got $10 million in his last fight. These guys that we praise, these other guys that we praise and call them superstars ain't even get. He got quadruple more money than these other guys.
Fucking Cambosa's in 3 fights has made more money than T.O. Devin Haney, probably Tank and shit, and Ryan, because he's about close to $25 million. He's making another $10 million now.
He said, no, not on rematch clause. It's immediate. There you go. There's the legend right there. He know about this ish.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we don't see it. I got Bivol. I'm gonna take it at his word. He said that if Bivol wins, he's gonna want to rematch him. So all right, we'll see.
Hold on, let me find this. I don't know, man. I don't know. Shit, I was loading something up. What the hell is it?
Hey, Punch. Look, let's just say that if Canelo Alvarez beats Golovkin, and let's just say that Bivol beats Zoldo Ramirez, let's go to the rematch. What does Canelo Alvarez got to do to win this rematch against this dude? I mean, he's got to, obviously now we realize this. Let's go here then. If Canelo think he's going to get this rematch, right, which he is anyway, if that guy wins, again, Bivol, if Canelo Alvarez goes in the ring with this man the second time, now this guy will be the favorite. Canelo will be coming as the underdog, first of all.
I think that would be fair to say.
And I think that at this point, what I remember about this fight, in the first fight, Canelo thought he would hurt Bivol. And I think the mistake he did make, he put too much into those punches early on, too much. And he actually was not realizing how calculated Bivol was with the distance and defending his punches and making him miss a lot. I think Canelo, what he needs to do in this rematch, he really needs to compose himself. He really needs to use his aggression when he needs to. And he can't be putting too much into it because this ain't 168. Now he realizes his power's not generating as it's supposed to. So he got to be educated. Do you think Canelo Alvarez has got it in him to adapt to this fight in a way that he composes himself and then establishes himself when he has to? But where does he win? Because I don't see him stopping him. I can see him maybe trying to outpoint him, but again, he's got to be very calculated. And he wasn't, his punch precisely, what his punch placement wasn't even a factor.
Yeah.
So how does this fighter?
Well, he can't go in for the knockout. That's for sure.
I mean, how's he? Because he went in for the knockout punch. He went in for the knockout.
I want to read this before we touch on that. This is Canelo Alvarez when he signed with Goldable Promotions. I want to show everyone that I will be a world champion and that I'm ready to fight the best fighters in the world, Alvarez said. The opportunity to work with Golden Boy is definitely one that I cannot pass up, as I feel it will help me achieve my goal of reaching my full potential as a fighter and becoming a huge success in boxing. Did Golden Boy Promotion and Oscar de la Hoya delivered? Yes, they did. Y le
Now,
sacó
Punch,
pie.
how does
Le pegó cuerno. Oscar de la Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion.
hey Punch, how does he avoid that jab in the set rematch now
Who?
with the Canelo Alvarez from Dimitri Bivol? How does he avoid? How does he make his? What does he need to do to win
Man,
this?
fuck that. I
rematch?
don't even want to talk about that. So now, to be honest, I don't even want to fucking break that shit down. Fuck that shit. I
No,
don't want to break that shit down. I don't want to break that shit down.
I mean, what you don't think Canelo? You don't think Canelo can beat him?
No, I just don't feel like today breaking that shit down. I feel like it's.
Okay.
I'm still on this. I'm still in these subjects. I don't want to go to the breaking down. So he gotta get past Sudo Ramirez. How about if Sudo Ramirez beats Bivol? We should talk about that breakdown. Now that breakdown is more. You know what I'm saying? If Sudo Ramirez, everybody feel like there's a lot of people. Not everybody. There's a lot of people feel that Bivol is gonna beat Sudo Ramirez. How about if Sudo Ramirez beats Bivol? How about that happens?
I just don't think you got a great breakdown for Canelo to beat this guy Bivol.
Who?
I've been trying to analyze how Canelo beats Bivol. It's tough.
I think I even analyzed that after the fight.
fight.
I said before, if I believe that Canelo Alvarez is an all-time great, I believe that Canelo Alvarez have the skill set and have the experience and have the greatness to go back to the drawing board, make some adjustments, and beat Bivol. I think that he could beat Bivol. I think that he don't have to just punch in the arms. I think he could set some better punches. I think he could be more mobile. I think he could use the jab more. I think he could use the jab to the body. I think that Canelo Alvarez have every arsenal to stop his movement. I think he could use some uppercuts. There's a lot of shit that Canelo Alvarez could have done. I think Canelo Alvarez lost more, in my opinion, more of game planning than just the skill set of Bivol. That's my opinion.
He did a TO with Cambosos. He just went. He strictly went off of thinking that he was gonna break down his arms, like he did Callum Smith, for an example.
Look at user. I don't want to hear this. This right here. Don't tell me, oh, Punch, you tripping because 90% of the people pick Canelo Alvarez beating Bivol going into that fight. Ain't nobody here geniuses.
Who's Bivol? Who the hell is he?
90% of the people exactly. Matter of fact, it was so much indication that a lot of people had Canelo Alvarez winning that they was calling Bivol a cherry pick. Don't tell me now, oh no, not man, not here like 50%. Hey, yo, I told you that Bivol was going to win. I told you that he was going. Now everybody not saying that. Come on, man, please, man.
We got to stop doing that because the unknown fight, and I think we all kind of fall guilty of that in one way or another. We did it with Cambosos, we did it with Pitbull Cruz versus Tank, right? We just thought that was going to be a total Terry pick. Yeah, we saw that with Bivol. Just because we don't know these fighters.
Because we're not studying collectively. People ain't studying. People just saying, that's it, that's it, that's a fight. That's an easy fight. You know what I'm saying? Nah, study it. You're telling me that Canelo Alvarez is that's it? Come on, man. Bivol beat him, but it was very, very basic. You know what I'm saying? I think Canelo Alvarez, was more mental. I think Canelo Alvarez, was more of a game plan than anything else. I'm not gonna, of course, Bivol have skills, but come on, man, ain't nobody was before Canelo Alvarez saying, "Oh my God, Bivol and the skill set, yo, that's the skill set that beats Canelo. He could never." Ain't nobody was saying that shit. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Don't give me that bullshit now, because y'all see what y'all saying. Don't give me that bullshit now. You know what I'm saying? Styles make fights. Some good other game plans could be a better game plan. At this stage of these guys' career, Canelo Alvarez, we already know what Canelo Alvarez could do. It's all about game plan and executing the game plan. That's it, or making some adjustments.
How does Zurdo beat Bivol?
I think if
with his skill set,
he got to connect in between the punches. If he connects in between the punches, if he could time, he's slow, but hey. It's like what's his name? The Juggernaut. Joy Joyce. He's man slow, but his timing is impeccable though. You know what I'm saying? So if he could catch, or so if Zurdo could catch him in time and in between those punches, then I believe he could, you know, he could have success. If Zurdo Ramirez pressure is effective, I think he have success too. If he could walk Bivol down, look how big he looked in front of Bivol. Now they in shape, and then let's say when Zurdo rehydrates. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that Bivol has this type of power like that. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't knock out the little guy, Canelo Alvarez. How's he gonna knock out a Mexican guy that got a Mexican chin and big like Zurdo Ramirez?
No, but he outboxed
Hey,
him.
Punch, why don't you send that boy, what's his name, Johnny Fundo, who just comes to our channel from Australia. He loves talking about Canelo. He wants to come on.
I just don't see the thing is the timing. You see, when he said timing with Ramirez, that doesn't equate for me with Ramirez because I don't see time. I see he's a brute force dude. That's all he is to me. Brute force dude.
No, me too. I got Bivol beating Zurdo Ramirez.
I don't see timing. You know, so I'm saying with his skill set, what can he do? Is what literally outwork him and maybe catch him.
Maybe
That's about the only thing I can think of that Ramirez is try to outwork him and hopefully catch him.
Yeah, he could hurt him. I think he could hurt Bivol.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
he has the quality of hurting. I don't think he could outbox him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. That's why I said the first thing. I think if you could catch him in between be successful in between punches, if he throws some 3-punch combination, Bivol and Zurdo, you know, could capitalize off a hook or a good uppercut. He got a nice uppercut, or body shot or something like that.
Has Bivol ever been caught with a stanky leg or anything like that, or dropped or anything?
I don't think he's been dropped
or stinky leg. You know what I mean? I don't.
Don't recall.
I don't think. You see, that's what I'm saying. So he has a chin.
We'll see. We'll see with Zurdo Ramirez. But I think that Canelo Alvarez is good enough to make adjustments. Now, can he beat Bivol again? I mean, could Bivol beat him again? Yeah, sure. And he'll come as a favorite. But I don't believe that Canelo Alvarez is just this simple guy that can't make adjustments and stuff. I think he can make some adjustments, and I think he can come with a better game plan. I think that he approached the Bivol fight like he approached the last 3 of his fights. He just had that good momentum, and he kept on fighting. So it's almost like why break was not broken, and you could tell that Canelo Alvarez ego in the Bivol fight got the best of him, thinking that he could just hit him in the arm and go and break him down like he broke the other guys.
Like these guys, like that. These other guys were already like somewhat intimidated in the ring. You know what I mean? And Bivol wasn't. Bivol didn't give a fuck who he was. You know, he just put it on him as any other guy. While the other guys are and you know they're in all that they're in this massive fight with this dude. Yeah, the aura, man. You know, that Mike Tyson aura. I've got you beat before I get in the ring. And Bivol didn't have that. That's for sure.
He said he was getting killed. MFB, what's good, MFB? He said he was getting killed every round. Who was getting killed every round? You mean Canelo or?
He wasn't getting killed. Some rounds he was getting lost. He was losing them.
Nah, man. But, Canelo got a chin. He wasn't getting killed. He was getting outboxed.
He was getting outboxed. That's definitely the thing.
Canelo definitely frustrated. Well frustrated in that fight. But, you know, again, he put too much into the early rounds. He put too much into them early rounds trying to hurt Bivol.
I think he's expecting too much out of what he is. I mean, he's still a 5'7" dude. And
I think he was too comfortable. Put it that way.
Yeah,
I think he was too comfortable leading up to the fight. Leading up to that fight, I think he was maybe overly confident.
So
maybe.
Who'd you favor at this point if there was a rematch? Who would you have favored?
If there's a rematch?
Yeah, say if Canelo took that rematch, who would you have favored?
I got Canelo.
In the rematch?
Mm-hmm.
I give it to Bivol.
Tough ass punch.
Say it again.
Very tough ask for Canelo to win that rematch.
Yeah, I got Canelo winning.
Wow.
I'm not the guy that I just see one fight and be like, okay, that's what I'm saying. if I believe, as me, that Canelo Alvarez is a all-time great, I believe that he can make adjustments. I believe that it was more of a game plan to me. The way I watched the fight, for me, was more of a game plan than Bivol, you're winning the fight of just strictly skills. Like, I got way more skills than you, than Canelo, like that. I think it was a bad game plan. I think he's great enough to make the adjustments and beat Bivol.
Yeah, but it's a terrible style for him to beat. We saw that he was not.
It's not a terrible style because
we saw that he was not.
We just saw the fight. We saw the fight, so we think that now not everybody got Bivol because we seen the first fight. I get it.
Bivol is not just a. We saw the fight play out, right? But it's kind of like Canelo Alvarez to win this rematch, bro. It's like you would expect Bivol to be more comfortable in the rematch now.
I just saw such a separation of skill level and at that weight for Canelo.
I was just gonna come to the weight, but go on, carry on.
But I think he it's just the combination. The bigger skillful man beats the smaller skillful man, and the separation of skill in that fight was very apparent. It was very apparent. It's no different than when we saw Usyk versus AJ or Devin Haney versus Kambosos. So when I expect a rematch, but yeah, there is that one it factor that this man is considered to be an all-time great, and so I can understand to have that he has that it factor to make the adjustments to overcome this, but I don't know how do you overcome size, you know what I mean? And Canelo cannot hurt Biv, period. Can't hurt him. He's too big, and so I think that plays a major factor.
We'll see if they get a rematch. We'll see. But I don't let the one fight and just that's it, throw it away. I don't see it like that. Didn't Frazier beat Muhammad Ali, and what Muhammad Ali did to him in the third fight?
In the third fight. Pero
we never see. That's what I mean. Because I'm not saying in the prediction we concluding. Oh, that's it. We saw the first fight that this is what it is.
I don't see
Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. No. Many people said that Tyson Fury would not dare stand in front of Deontay Wilder. Even Tyson Fury fans wouldn't even predict that Tyson Fury would knock out Deontay Wilder. What did he do the first fight, and what did he do the second fight?
Yeah, but also HLD is telling you with Tyson Fury, he had a lot of size advantage, so he used it to his advantage.
But it was a different style. It was a different style that you never saw Tyson Fury fight.
It was a heavyweight, which was bigger than the other heavyweight, which used his size and advantage. At this point, Canelo Alvarez has met his match in size and advantage, so he's definitely outvoted in that, right? The other guy has got the skills, and he understands how to outbox Canelo Alvarez.
Beyond the Ring said, I punch. I'm out to Mexico in the AM to access Estrada while he pricing himself out to fight me. That's what I'm talking about. Go get him. Go get him, Beyond the Ring. Go get him, Nonito. Go get him, Filipino Flash. Huh? Go get him. We waiting too much for that Chocolatito Estrada. Go get yourself in the mix. Legend versus legend.
I was talking about it. Well, I mean, on the panel I was on earlier, so they were talking about Estrada and how they really think that this COVID thing fucked them up and that he wasn't looking too good in camp. That's what I heard.
They blaming COVID on you, man. Nonito, go get him, man. Give him a COVID if you don't want to fight you too.
Yeah, but I heard that he wasn't doing too good in camp, and the residuals probably of COVID fucked them up.
Good looking now. I'm saying is like, yo, we don't know, man. We don't. It's the same thing we were talking about Anthony Joshua. He can't make adjustments, ain't that? He made adjustments. He still lost, but he made adjustments.
I'm not saying Canelo can't make adjustments. We just got to favor that bigger dude. The bigger dude got the skills. He got a good jab. He got a good 1-2. He got enough power to keep Canelo at bay, and he gets Canelo's respect. So at this point, can we see Canelo Alvarez come out with some masterful way of boxing him and outboxing this guy? He got a good chance. Canelo Alvarez's head movement can be better, maybe he can use his punches wisely and not try to overexert himself and use too much power in his punches.
He definitely got to have better footwork around. He's gonna have to do like a Lomachenko style, you know, like Usyk
Look,
style to fight the bigger guy.
I did a poll with the Jamal Charlo and Brian Castano, and people had Brian Castano beating Jamal Charlo on the rematch. What did Jamal Charlo did in the second fight? Knocked the motherfucker out. Don't know. You don't know. Sometimes they look like they're in the same level, and then that rematch, you be like, oh shit. We're trying. Yes, when you're breaking down, especially the rematch, of course, you're going to break down the first fight. But for me, I saw that Bivol have skills, but I feel like Canelo game plan was the one that let him down, in my opinion.
Look, the only thing I agree with you on this is if Canelo comes for the rematch, if Bivol beats Zordo and Canelo beats GGG, if he takes the rematch, I do believe he knows he can do more. And I believe that if he's going to take this rematch, then he also knows inside that why he's taking that rematch. Because if he loses twice to the guy, that's a different thing. But if he thinks he's going to take the rematch, he must believe he can do better. Does that make sense? Because I think that's who he is.
I think when he's at a high level, I think he's always going to have confidence.
Yeah, but I think he knows in this fight that he can do better. Otherwise, he wouldn't want to just take a rematch. I would expect that. Maybe. I think he would.
What style of his previous recent fights does Canelo have to use to beat Canelo? Is it the Caleb Plant style that he used? Was it the oh god,
the style to beat Bivol, you mean?
Right. You know, what's his your other guy got his face, man. It's late at night. My brain is giving brain farts now. The guy he broke his orbital bone. Yeah, Joe. So I mean, what style is it? That fight? That what?
It's
or is it going to be a totally different style?
It's different because and that's why I mean that Canelo Alvarez has the skills. You know why? Because he fought a tall guy in Smith, very tall and lanky. Then he fought when he fought Billy Joe Saunders was a southpaw, broke a southpaw down. You know what I'm saying? That moves around. And then he fought Caleb Plant, a guy that has a style of a Bivol. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
The first fight with Triple G, he moved around, and I think the Mexican and certain Mexican fans was mad at Canelo Alvarez's approach to the first fight with Triple G because he was fighting in the outside, moving around, and we never seen Canelo Alvarez fight that way. But he made an adjustment. He grew as a fighter the first Triple G. That's when they was, fight Mexican style in the rematch. You didn't fight Mexican style. Then what he did, he adjusted and fought the Mexican style. Right? So I know Canelo Alvarez could be agile on the outside, could throw some good jab, throw some combinations, could punch off the back foot. I know how he could pursue. I know he could break down a fighter. He could break down a fighter in limited punches, or he could up his punches. So Canelo Alvarez, to me, in my opinion, I seen the evolution of Canelo Alvarez. I seen what he could do, and I think that he could come with a better game plan, or Eddie Reynoso could come with a better game plan, so he can execute the game plan with Bivol. As Bivol, I see him the same in every fight. I think that Canelo Alvarez lost to a base. What Bivol is a traditional, basic, good fighter with good fundamentals at a high level. But I don't think that Bivol is a world beater.
No, world beater he's not, but he is a decent boxer. I think Canelo definitely could go a lot more to the body. I think he wasted so many punches to the arm. He could have just been going to the body and try to break this dude down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was trying to do the same thing he was doing to the last three opponents, and it just wasn't working. So I think that's what I mean. That his game plan, he went at Bivol like he would go in that Caleb Plant, like he went at Smith. You know what I'm saying? I think that he went with the wrong game plan.
So he's gonna come with a different game plan altogether. Obviously,
he's great. Is he great?
Well, he's shown he's great.
No, I'm asking you, is Canelo Alvarez an all-time great already?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Why is he great?
Because he's shown that he can adapt to many things.
So I give Canelo Alvarez the benefit of the doubt that I believe that he's great enough to beat a Bivol. That
And
for
you know
me,
what?
for me, Bivol was not a great, not even on the pound for pound list.
Yeah, and what's great that we've been having this great conversation for over 20 minutes that you said you didn't want to speak about when I mentioned that we've been speaking about it.
I just got it. I mean,
And no, look, I'll tell you this stuff.
yeah, that's all the views everybody love.
No, they didn't. All I'm saying, all I'm saying, my brother, if
20
anyone
people
can,
left after we started breaking this fucking fight down.
man, the rematch is very interesting. It's an
Not right
Fuck
now,
a
though.
rematch, not now, man. We got Sudo Ramirez and he got Triple G.
You know what we got right now? It's Devin Haney doing the performance of his life, bro, on Twitter, man. He's fighting better on Twitter than he does. He's more entertaining on Twitter wars than in his fights, man. I mean,
Devin Haney, man, Devin Haney, they still got the same. It's like the same business strategy to promote himself. It's
yeah,
always cloud chase the name, cloud chasing the name when they're ready. They hooked on something or when he's hooked on something. But when both these fighters are free, it's like Steven Espinoza exposed the business sense of Devin Haney. You're tweeting at me right now. Motherfucker, call me. Call me right now. That's what you gotta. Don't tweet me, man.
my dad
You are a boss. You're a licensed promoter. You're a licensed promoter, and that tells me. And when he was going at him, it tells him like you're hooked on a deal. And Devin Haney says co-promotional deal because he's trying to tell him that hey, he's co-promotional. I got my own promotional company. I'm a boss too. Don't fucking tweet me and hit me up.
Yo, man, Devin Haney's trying to flex his power, man. I think now people are gonna put him on the pound for pound list, bro.
Every time he flexes, every time the DHP flex their power on YouTube, the realness comes out. The other business handlers like Mauricio Suleiman says, no. You requested for this fight. We approve for every request that you have made. So let's say the WBC already told you in your face. We accepted every request y'all ever made. Is it that right to Bill Haney? And Bill Haney says yes. Meaning that if they would have requested for Lomachenko, they would have accepted it because the WBC said we accepted every request. The thing is, you never requested a Lomachenko. And then when they try to say we've been trying to fight Teofimo Lopez, and Mauricio Suleiman says no, Teofimo Lopez is the one that's been asking. He always asks to fight y'all.
Yeah.
What was the other way around? Did y'all ask him to fight Teo?
Well,
is there any petition given out?
Well, my debate with everybody now and the chat and the HOD as well. If Devin Haney beats Kambosos HOD and he doesn't fight Lomachenko, is it a duck?
I've been hearing this and you know I have to say yes.
Why?
I mean I first had my version that look, let's say he fights a champion, he goes up to 140, he fights a champion. I'd be like, okay, if he's taking a bigger challenge, it's not a duck. But the thing is, he's been barking behind the fence for what 3-4 years. He just a month ago he was just saying that he wanted to fight Lomachenko. Just a month ago he was saying that he would. Just a month ago he said that, oh man, I mean I made weight after Kambosos fight. Oh, I made weight the easiest I've ever made, and I'm okay, and I got a nutritionist. So 135 is now going to be much easier and better for me, and I have no problems. But when they asked him to fight Lomachenko in this interview, you gotta ask my daddy. I mean, like, you know, so it doesn't look good. It just doesn't. I hope he takes on the fight, but if he doesn't take Lomachenko, you know, after they let the dogs loose out behind the fence, and he doesn't want to take it after all this time, yeah, that's a duck and all this clout chasing.
But say if even the boxing, some people are saying that Lomachenko's the bigger money for Devin Haney than even the guys at 140 right now.
I think that if they were to, let's say he avoids Lomachenko and goes fight Teo, I think that would be a huge fight.
Yeah, but but Devin Haney only wants to fight for the belt, so Teo ain't got the belt at 140 at the moment.
Nah, I don't think that Devin Haney's gonna fight the likes of a. Even though I was about to ask you, because you know about what the likes of a Josh Taylor.
No,
What's
because they trained in the same trainer trained,
going?
and Haney said that he's not going to be fighting Josh Taylor because he knows the camp, they're friendly with him and all that. Like Ben Davison said.
Just on a real quick, is it true that anybody associated with MTK is being denied to come to the U.S. or is that BS?
I've heard some people, but I don't know too much about
There's
it.
no. Is there any factual substance out there that says that
Get
these
too
guys can't
involved
come?
with it, so I'm not really the man to ask about those questions right now because I'm not too involved with that.
I was trying to find it on the news, see if these guys bring it. Anyway, but for Devin Haney, if he avoids Lomachenko in the first quarter of next year, if he beats Kambosos, it would be a duck.
Okay, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys in the chat think that if Devin Haney fights at 140 and gives up the belts and he doesn't face Lomachenko after all these years of saying that Loma ducked him and Loma didn't want to fight him and he called him out on Twitter every time he signed a fight, he called Loma out. Every time they signed a fight, Bill Haney was calling Loma out. Do you think now that Loma's in position, if Haney don't fight him, is it a duck? Or if Haney goes up to 140, maybe he don't want to make the weight anymore, would you call it a duck? I mean, you're saying, is that even a question? I'm asking you the question, bro. Yeah, he's ducking. Say that, bro. Why is that even a question? Of course it is. Is Devin Haney ducking? Because if, like I told you, if he goes to 140, he's going to fight for a belt. So he's going to become a two-weight world champion. So you got to keep that facts as well. You can't take that away from whatever the facts are. If he goes and fights for another fucking belt at 140, then how can you say that's a duck as well?
Because I don't think that's gonna happen. He ain't gonna go fight
But if he does that, then you can't say it. Then you can't.
Yeah, but the acumen of what we know about the business of BHP, that ain't happening. They're not gonna walk into a Josh Taylor. They're not gonna go fight a Regis Prograis or Chon Cepeda. They're gonna fight. You think they're gonna fight against the winner of Ponce and Matias? It's not happening. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a guy with no belt. And the way Bob Arum is gung ho that he wants him to fight Lomachenko, he don't fight Lomachenko. He's gonna
HLD. If he fights someone at 140,
it's gonna be Theo.
No. If he gives up all his belts and he goes and fights any name at 140, and that's a duck, then that's a duck from Loma. But if he goes and fights a champion, then that's not a duck.
No, I that's what I was saying. My original thought that if he goes for a world title, but the thing is that realistically, it's not going to happen because we know. We look at the names I just mentioned. Is he going to fight a Josh Taylor? Is he going to fight a Regis Prograis or Chon Cepeda? Is he going to fight the winner of Matias and Ponce? What's the other guy? Puello, right? I think it is, or something like that.
Well, you know what, Punch? Everyone's got their mixed views, even on the chat. I mean, at the end of the day, what do you think? If Devin Haney avoids Loma now, if he beats Kambosos, and Loma beats young boy, the one he's going to fight, right?
Jeez.
Yeah. If Devin Haney decides to go to 140, is that a duck?
I don't know. I don't know because you can't. I can't say he's a duck with Loma like that because he was in position to get a Loma fight. He was not mandated, but he was in position well on to get a Loma fight, and Loma felt like he didn't need to fight Devin Haney. He needed to fight Tio, better opposition, proven champion, and then he lost. And now Haney got the world titles, and he's not mandated to fight Loma. Why now is a duck? If I didn't feel Loma ducked Haney, why am I gonna say now that Haney is ducking Loma?
Isn't that the best legacy fight Haney can get for his resume?
Because he's been talking all that smack. Even just like 2 weeks ago, he wanted to fight, but right before he came from the Ukraine, he was just talking all that smack. You know what I mean?
I understand he talks smack, but I think that for me, he's clout is Devin Haney does a good job and he does clout chase names. And I think because especially now, he needs to mention a Gervonta Tan Davis. He's going back and forth on Twitter about Gervonta Tan Davis and that's like a dialogue from Isaac Cruz talking about Gervonta Tan Davis. You're not even in that dialogue, but you speak on it. Because you can't promote the Kambosa fight. You need to talk about these other names to build your promotion, to build the promotion fight of Kambosa, so somebody could see you fight, so then they could link you to these names once again. Right now, your name is not really getting linked because you already got a scheduled date. These guys, Gervonta Tan Davis, don't even talk about Devin Haney like that. Lomachenko don't tweet about you like that. And Ryan Garcia don't want to even call your name out. And Tio is not even talking about you. So he got to mention these guys that they are relevant as well. But nobody really talking to you. Nobody talking about you. You know what I'm saying? But he needs to talk about them because he need to promote a fight that the fans really not up for watching. It's unfortunate as an undisputed. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that nobody look at you like you really, really something special. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
How much you think that the Wilder being on that same day is going to hurt that fight?
I think it's, in my opinion, if you're paying for, if it depends on if you want to pay for the pay-per-view. I think they do have I think they have a legitimate fight on the co-main. You know what I'm saying? That make it like, all right, I'll pay for this. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Durrell. I like the way they're promoting that. See, Anthony Durrell and Caleb Plant is actually promoting better than Deontay Wilder and Devin Haney put together. The Caleb Plant and Anthony Durrell. That was great promotion. So if I was like a casual fan and I'm looking, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna tune into this. Like, I like this shit. And they even added, Caleb Plant added that little race thing. Like, I ain't no white. You think there's a white boy, you can't be the white boy. And now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He added that to it, you know? So I don't know. I think that one thing is, see, the difference between Money May is when people said, because like people like to say this, like to compare, but fuck it, I'll give you this. So when Money May, people were saying that he was being a boring fighter later on in his career. He didn't promote boring though. He promoted more excitement.
Right.
See, Devin Haney is a boring fighter, and he can't promote. It's like you got to give something. If you're gonna be boring, at least give me a good promotion. Tony Harrison is a slick boxer, not a knockout artist, a slick good boxer, but he know how to fucking promote.
Man, he talked his ass off, bro.
He know how to promote.
Woo! He sold that Charlo fight.
They sold that fight, and it did good numbers. It did over 1 million views.
AB, the same shit, bro. He promotes some fights like crazy. Well, I mean, look, Rolly did the same thing when he was about to fight Tank. Was all that, that's what made people want to watch it. Was all that fucking, promoting and shit. Not so much the performance, right? But
like, think about it. If nobody really want to see this rematch again, then talk your shit. Kambosa ain't saying shit. He can't say shit, so talk your shit. Talk about it. It's not us it's not us that said we want you to be Floyd. You said you wanted to be Floyd. All right, then. So go ahead, try it. You in position to do so right now. You in position to talk shit.
Who wants to be like Floyd?
Haney.
Man, that's the worst thing they could have ever said. And the only Floyd, he can't even be the Floyd which was with his brittle hands Floyd. When Floyd was old and he had brittle hands, he was still hurting people more than Haney can. And the problem is, he never had the skill set like Floyd. He doesn't have the IQ like Floyd. He doesn't get, he's not that smart to even stay in the pocket like Floyd, bro. So it's a wrong comparison. Altogether wrong comparison.
He better go. He better look sensational. I'll tell you that. He better steal the night. Forget about stealing the show. Steal the night. Because Deontay Wilder's up for a knockout, and people gonna be talking about that if he gets a knockout.
Now,
right?
but now in this fight, was it the wrong game plan from Kambosos, or was he just totally outclassed?
I think it was. I think it was. I think it was game plan more than anything.
The game plan, right?
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think that Kambosos is that simple. Trained and put so many rounds with Manny Pacquiao. I've seen him the way that he fought versus Lee Selby, and I'm just talking about the approach. Even Tio and Mickey Bing, Kambosos didn't even want to throw. Kambosos didn't even want to set nothing up. He didn't throw more than 3-punch combinations. He looked like, to be honest, he looked like a fighter that was fighting, thinking about the rematch. Like I got another fight anyway, win or lose, I don't give a fuck.
I didn't see the weapon that I thought that he was going to use the most that he used with Tio was that like double jab or hook shit that he throws.
He don't go more than 3 or 4 seconds without throwing a punch. I've studied George Kambosos to a T.
Look, man, I've come to this terms, man. I don't care whether you guys believe me or agree with me or not. Kambosos ain't an A plus fighter. He just ain't an A fighter. And the reason why I'll say that, yeah, I gave Kambosos the A plus fighter when he beat
none of these guys are though.
No, but what I'm saying is I gave him that when he beat Teofimo.
Except Tio.
Right? Because after Tio, I put Kambosos on such a high thing because I had to. It was only right of me, of the integrity of the sport.
And Shakur.
And to see what Kambosos did in Teofimo Lopez's backyard, I still had to give Kambosos that win like that. But knowing in my heart, after I saw everything and I saw everything unplay out and I realized what Teofimo Lopez was going through, to be fair with you, I can't see Kambosos as an A plus fighter. He's never going to be that fighter. He got lucky with that win. And it's, I got to say it as it is, however cliche it sounds. He got fucking lucky. And because he got lucky with the win, we put him up as that fighter. So,
I don't put, to be honest, I don't even put, I don't, for me, it's not that. For me, it's not him beating Tio or nothing. Like, all I'm saying is the approach of how he goes by every fight. The way that he fought Devin Haney is not the way that George Kambosos go on every fight. I'm talking about the approach.
Yeah,
now you could say, did Devin Haney neutralize George Kambosos?
Yes.
Now that could be absolutely correct. Maybe he neutralized him with the jab. I just felt like Devin Haney was just using the jab, and I felt like you couldn't make adjustments after 7 rounds of that. You can't make adjustments, Kambosos. It's either you a very dumb fighter, or now I'm not gonna say dumb fighter. I'm gonna be like, well, you're a class D fighter, or you was highly lucky with Teofimo Lopez. It's either that, because I couldn't see a guy that has the type of experience that Kambosos had lose the way that he lost to Devin Haney.
I just don't think Kambosos is that guy to beat people like Devin Haney.
I mean, the way I look at it, like it benefited him business-wise losing, because now he's got to guarantee another $10 million. He probably wasn't going to get that again.
Is he getting that kind of money for the rematch?
He is.
If I say people that proved to me of the young that they're like elite, because I think that Teofimo Lopez being Lomachenko told me what status he really is, what level he's on, and Shakur Stevenson doing what he did to Herring and Valdez back to back tells me. So for me, Shakur and Tio proved to me that they are the it factor, elite. There's, for me, questions marks with a Tank a little bit, but I think that he's special. Ryan Garcia, I believe he's growing to be a special fighter. Devin Haney, I think he got special intellect.
So do you give the guy an elite status if he beats an elite fighter?
You got to do it like that.
Is that how you look at it? Yeah.
Yep.
So he has to beat an elite fighter for him to claim the elite. Correct.
Most of them, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you don't class them elite from eye test.
No, I could class him as special as eye test. Like
But
Boots Ennis. I
you
think
say
Boots Ennis is special.
elite fighter, right? Obviously.
But he can't be, you can't put him elite. No, but he's a special fighter. In my opinion, you can't put him elite, but he's a special fighter.
But that's what
Or you got to do the body of work. Like if you beating dudes, because sometimes, put it this way, sometimes at a period of time in boxing, you might be in a division that there's no elite fighters. You might be the one that it becomes the elite fighter. The way that you're beating your contemporaries. You understand what I'm saying?
So my question is this to you. Teofimo beat Lomachenko, he became elite, right?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson beat Valdez, he became elite, right?
Hearing and Valdez.
So he became
Back to back.
so wait. So he became elite when he beat Herring.
No, when he beat
Two
Hearing
champions
and
in a row.
Valdez back to back.
When he beat 2 champions in a row.
So because he beat them back to back.
Yep.
That's became elite, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have become elite if he beat them at one time, though. If there was only one champion he beat, you wouldn't have classed him elite.
No, like
No.
Teo wasn't elite. Teo wasn't.
He wasn't elite when he beat Richard Comey. No.
Right, he wasn't.
So
what made it special is that he beat Richard Comey and Lomachenko back to back.
Yeah.
And a #1 pound for pound.
If he just would have beat Hearing, that was not enough. You know what I'm saying? But he beat Hearing, he beat Valdez, 2 respectable champions. Valdez, that certain people put him in the pound for pound list when he beat Miguel Burchell. You know what I'm saying? That was supposed to be the hardest dude in that division. So beating him and the way that he beat them is what got him. Okay.
And he's now taking on the fight, but that is perceived by with the guy who they thought beat Valdez.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a good back to back.
Yes, yeah, that is good.
So basically, because George Kambosos, he beat the man who beat the man, but he never really beat no other guy before that man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we can't give George Kambosos that status.
Yeah, I can understand why people didn't get that status.
Now, had he beaten the shit out of Haney, that would have been like, oh shit, back to back.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Even though Devin Haney outboxed him, he didn't demoralize Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? He didn't demoralize them. If he's not on your level, yeah, he's not on your level boxing wise, but sometimes it's when like,
yeah,
it's like
Devin Haney ain't demoralized anyone apart from the one guy when he knocked that one guy out.
Even though Teo lost,
you could do it in the 12th round. Shakur Stevenson, when he did to Valdez, he didn't have nothing for him, like nothing. I could beat you up in any way.
Same thing.
I showed you down. I showed you. I knocked you down. I showed my power. I showed my intellect. I showed everything. I was going for it. I'm hitting you with power shots, jab, everything, movement, everything he wanted to do, he do.
Yeah, it's a different level. It's a different level of the showing what he's all about, and that's the thing. And Devin Haney, I mean, let's hope Devin Haney, if he really has it, hopefully we see that growth spurt now in the next fight and puts it on him. I don't know.
I think he needs to do that. I do think he needs to do that.
I mean, I think he put it like when he was fighting Linares for those first 10 rounds. I mean, he was putting it at him.
I like that approach better.
He wasn't hurting him, but he was laying that leather on him. You know what I mean?
Especially that 6th round. He tried.
Yeah,
I like that approach. I like the Linares fight.
Shit. He was laying it at him. I'm like, good, man. And and that 10th round came, and I'm sorry, I still think up to this day, Jojo Diaz is his toughest fight that he's had. And Jojo Diaz is not a cream of the crop. He's a solid fighter.
Yeah, he came from the smaller division.
Right. So,
we'll see. But I think that I don't think I can't call him ducking. I can't call undisputed and that he wants to move up. Now, Lomachenko is a good name. Is a name good for a resume. It's good for legacy. You know what I'm
He
saying?
had to fight somebody of equal caliber going up, though. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
If he fights Tio next, I'm like, okay. I mean, I'll okay. Or if he fights for a title, then there's no doubt that he's not, no ducking. But if he's gonna go fight, Victor Postal or something like that, yeah, that we're gonna have problems.
But it's like let's say when I had a conversation even before fighting the Cambosa with, let's say with Tio or with his dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know why they fought Cambosa, because they was gonna get that big payday. But if it wasn't for that, he would have moved up. But why lose the opportunity? He only came off with like $600,000 fighting Lomachenko. So his reward for him was that paycheck that he was gonna get with George Cambosa. That's why he got the fight, and that's why he's still with the belts. But he already was past. He was saying that going to the Comey fight. He was saying that in the Lomachenko fight. He outgrew the 135-pound division, and all the analysts and everybody knew he outgrew the 135-pound division. You know what I'm saying? So now I understand that, and I also understand Devin Haney as well. If Devin Haney with Gamboa rehydrated 24 pounds, and they've been talking about his weight for the past 3 fights, if he's saying, yo, I'm moving to 140, oh, he duck, I'm not gonna give it. Nah, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt also as a fighter. I would love to see the fight. You've been calling out Lomachenko. Yeah, you should get the fight, but I'm also giving him the benefit of the doubt that he's gonna be depleted to fight a Lomachenko fight.
But just a month ago, after he fought Cambosos, he was saying that, oh man, I made weight the easiest I've ever done before, with my nutritionist.
Yeah, he did.
And all that. And he
Yeah,
said,
but he needs to say that. He needs to say that.
But then a month later, you're gonna say, you gotta ask my daddy.
I'm saying that all
My
fighters.
thing is this, though.
All fighters say that I feel good. I feel good. This is the best camp I had. You know,
no, this is afterwards. I'm saying this was after the fight, after he already beat Cambosos. He said that, and then just a few weeks after that is when we had this press conference when they dropped him the Loma name, and now all the wolf turned into as my daddy.
And today, and today he said that he'll fight Gervonta Tank Davis in December. So you mean that you're gonna cut weight again in a short period of time? Shit, all right.
No, that's super clout.
But for Loma,
that's what I'm saying. It's clout.
Huh? Espinosa sunned him, bro.
He did.
He sunned him, bro.
He did. And that's what I mean. That's why I tell the people, be like, but Devin Haney been calling this people out. This fighter been calling, man, shut the fuck up and ask the right question. Did anybody send anybody a term sheet? Did anybody say something? Like people got to think about it. Like, I've been asking for the Tank fight. I want it. I'm ready for it. You talking to the guy that can make it happen, but you tweeting at him. Because you think that the boxing fans are fools.
Hey, did you know
the thing is the boxing fans are fools for not asking the right question. The boxing fans are fools for not identifying the cap. Why is he tweeting the guy that can make the fight happen? And he tells me, you know that we ain't gonna make the fight on Twitter. Tell your people to hit me up. Now the question is now everybody keep on asking Steven Espinoza, has Bob Arum hit you up with the fight with Gervonta Tank Davis? Has Bob Arum, has Bill Haney hit you up, and keep it every day to see if they hit him up for that fight? Ask the right question. Don't let another YouTuber, don't go to another channel, let another YouTuber tell you a whole different type of narrative. All you should be asking is, did Bill Haney call Steven Espinoza today while they was tweeting to negotiate a fight?
Yeah, but is Bob Arum really that kind of a businessman? He is the Bob father. What you think he's the guy who's going to be
that DHP?
No, fuck no. Shit. That's why Devin Haney tried to pull his big stick to say co-promotional deal because Steven Espinoza was like, let your peoples, you are stuck in a promotional deal, and he replied with co-promotional, meaning like, hey, I'm a boss too.
No, man, he's got a 3-fight deal.
We all know that's only for IRS purposes, man.
He got a 3-fight deal with Bob Arum. And Bob Arum ain't going to be, even if Devin Haney ever he's not fighting Tank Davis anyway. But Bob Arum's not going to let the belts not be an in-house fight. This is Bob Arum's supposed to get this, what he wants, what Bob Arum's thinking. is that he gonna get this in-house fight for the belts, regardless if Haney wins with Haney versus Loma, unless Haney gives up the belts. That's it.
Yo, Tank Davis, took a step back as soon as Espinosa got involved, right? He stopped texting, tweeting, right? He didn't
probably tweeted on him and said, "Don't even talk. Let me handle this shit right
yeah,
quick."
he stopped, right? He's like, "Oh, the boss is on it."
They all stopped. They all stopped when he's saying when the business comes out to light and they talking some real shit. That's when they stop. Just like when Mauricio Sotomayor in the barbershop conversation. That's when Bill couldn't say shit. And then he got to the point where Mauricio Sotomayor, hey, if y'all don't, did we say anything? Did we did anything bad to you? Did we see anything? No. Yeah, no. You better chill out, bro.
Yeah, he was getting mad.
He was getting tight, like, yo, my man, chill out.
But I've never seen him out. He said, yeah, he got tight, and he got tight.
And he was getting more tight. He was about to expose. That's why he got so tight. He said, and look, wait, listen, look, and your son, you told me that he cannot make 135 pounds, and that's why and he dehydrated 24 pounds. What? Yes, he dehydrated 24 pounds.
Yeah,
if that conversation would have kept on going, trust me, he would have
flatlined Bill. Oh man. That was funny shit.
Because the thing is the narrative is for the Twitters and for the YouTubers. But then when the powers that be are active on the same type of platforms, that's when the truth really, really comes down. That's when they always look crummy. They always look like clout chasing. Look, he even said it. Or you clout. You are clout chasing them. Like, my man, don't look. I'm proud that they're in the position that they're in. But once you like to swing those sticks of I'm a boss and all that stuff, then I gotta then show us the boss moves. Shows the boss moves.
Espinosa tried to let him off light because there was one time he's like, yo, man, you have a fight coming up in October. Good luck. And he tried to like let it be at that, man, and now Davani came in, that's when he dropped the bomb on him about the promoter stuff, bro.
Show the boss moves, man. Send Tank a fucking term sheet like I did Gary Russell Jr. Stop playing games.
That with Gary Russell Jr. that meant shit, bro, because they're not the bosses. They can't do none of that.
Come on, look. When they was clout chasing, and capping about Loma, about Gervonta Davis, about Ryan Garcia. He went to the fight. He went to the fight, to the zone, to see if he could get the fight with Ryan Garcia. And then Bob Arum did an interview, and he said already, the day is October 15th. We're looking at, and that's when it stopped. That's when the cap had to stop, because that's it. Bob Arum told y'all the date. Y'all already contracted the fight, but y'all went to the boxing voice. Y'all went to chill. Y'all tried to talk order. Devin Haney went to the zone, trying to make believe that. Oh no, that doesn't mean because who said I'm gonna fight George Kambosos? Who signed the contract? Remember, he tweeted that. Who said that?
Yeah.
Who said it's a done deal? Who's that?
Try to act like Canelo with Coppinger.
Yeah, it's a done deal, man. That's it, bro. Like, stop it. You're the undisputed. Why you still capping other people? Why you clout chasing other people? You're the undisputed. You don't gotta promote or try to act like you trying to get these type of fights. You ain't trying to get those type of fights, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, because the conversation he was.
Why you ran so fast for Kambosos? Why you ran so fast? You made that fight in a month.
Wasn't he yelling at T.O.? It's got to be on the zone. On the zone.
Yeah, with Tio got to be on the zone. With Tio, it has to be on the zone. With Tio, you got more followers. With Tio, you make more money. You know Devin Haney would not let Teofimo Lopez get $10 million and him get 2.8.
Yeah.
He would never let Teofimo Lopez make him feel that small. Think about it. That's why he said, but I got more money than you. Even 3 years before, what he said, I'm a boss. I got more money than you. That's always with Tio. He always likes to swing his boss stick. But they take money out of you. I get all my money. All right then. When it was $10 million for Teofimo Lopez and the YTBC, all these channels are acting like a laughing stock. Teofimo Lopez, and they was laughing at his father, $10 million. Ain't nobody gonna give $10 million for Teofimo Lopez, even though that he beat Lomachenko. But look, George Cambosa made $10 million off you. Fuck out of here, man. I be telling people, man, these people don't know shit. And even when people know the inside of boxing, they telling them what it is, and they act like,
but Punch, let's keep it real. We also give a lot of respect to the Haneys in front of the scenes and behind the scenes, right? Because at the end of the day, what do you always say? I can't knock their hustle and their business. And the way that they do business, you know, now it's becoming a blueprint, but that's their business. When they sign for fights, they call out the other fighter because they know that it helps their fight sell.
The frustration, the frustration that don't come with Haney. The frustration really don't come with no fighters. Like this year, when I'm talking about boxing and going live, my frustration is with the fans, bro. It's with the quote unquote hardcore boxing fans. Like, motherfucker, y'all don't get it. Y'all like to believe in narrative. Y'all like to believe in the lies, yo. Like the shit is in front of your face. That's what it is. And then the narrative creates all these people saying these things, and now we got to talk in narrative. We're having narrative content. We're debunking, or we're answering to narratives. It's nothing about facts.
Well, a lot of these channels I know are starting to go against Haney, man, and they're not all the shit that's been said that we've been saying or you've been pulling out is all coming out now against them and shit. It's fucking hilarious. I'm listening to people who used to just go, you know, head over heels for Haney. Now they're spilling the truth because they're Tank Davis fans or something, and now they wanna use the
Yo, I go toe to toe. Yo, this is the difference between. Let's say this is the difference between us and them. We'll go toe to toe with the even with the Haneys. Now some hate, but you ain't not gonna. I'm not. You ain't gonna pass some bullshit on me. Go toe to toe, meaning I'm willing to go toe to toe and possibly burn a bridge to let you know the truth, so y'all could see the truth. If I didn't care, I'd be like the other channels. And just let me be cool with Bill, because I don't know what I could get off of it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could ask him for me to credential, get him some ticket, get some tickets for his fights and meet people through him and stuff like that. It could easily be like that. It could easily be like that. I could easily be, but nah, I'm keeping it real with y'all about certain things and still keeping it real that, hey, I like the way they hustle. Bill is one of the best hustlers of mine in the sport of boxing, knowing that it's so hard to crack. So you can have a power position in boxing. Is one of the hardest things in the world. Not even Jay-Z could have cracked that shit. Not even Mike Tyson's promotional company could have put himself in a position for power. Bill Haney put him in a position of power with his son. I give him credit for that. He a hustler. He know how to promote. He know how to be transparent in these streets, because he's an independent promoter as well, and he needs us and everybody else to be part of his promotional company. He knows exactly what he's doing. But I'm gonna call what's the cap. I'm gonna call what's the real out of any from everybody. When we're talking about Canelo Alvarez, the same way I praise Canelo Alvarez. Everything he's done in the sport of boxing, even to today, where he's at today, still the cash cow of the sport of boxing. But I just don't agree with the Mexican, with him not fighting them, him saying we don't want to fight Mexican. But they make it a hard, big deal. I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with the Demetrius Andrade undisputed at 160. Those are facts. Fuck your feelings. Those are the facts. I don't give a fuck if you hate Demetrius Andrade more than the devil. Those are the facts. Canelo Alvarez team avoided Demetrius Andrade. Those are the facts. I don't give a fuck what other channel tells you. And put any channel to come over here so I could let them know. And I could smoke their ass. Anybody that says that he didn't avoid a Demetrius Andrade is straight up lying to your ass. Canelo team avoided Demetrius Andrade. They ain't do the business decision to lock down that fight So hate them all you want, but those are the facts. Those are the facts. Fuck you on the channel that you support that want to tell you lies and hustle your ass.
Wepa. Yo, Punch, man. And I don't want to get stuck too long on it unless you guys go, but uh, are we getting an announcement anytime soon with the Crawford Spence? Do we get an announcement
I know
planned
they're in
out
camp
soon?
already. They started camp already. They started their mini camp. I know that. So we probably very, very soon. I think they're gonna announce it very, very soon. I think the problem with the fight is that what people don't see is that all these big venues and events are booked with other events. It's either you buy this, it's either you pay this other company or other performer to get that date. Look, I think that I think the right place for them to fight is Dallas. And I think that's what probably book Crawford. It's not about the money. It's not the money, it's not a money issue. I think is a fairness issue, is the neutral issue, I think. But if you look at it, I'm gonna let y'all know. Let me give y'all a little hint. If y'all want to know about dates, when y'all talking about boxing and potential fights, you want to look at venues where there could be fights, right? Either in Vegas, MGM Grand, T-Mobile Arena, Raider Stadium. There's only 2 places, man, that's available right now. In those places, 2 dates. You got the 19th, Dallas Stadium. That's the perfect. If they're so worried about stealing the pay-per-view, people robbing the pay-per-view, you want to lock down the gate. And the first thing, the only problem that they had was the neutral site. But for me, in my opinion, Bud Crawford has to comply. We need to fight in this stadium because it's with a shadow of a doubt, we're going to make money in the gate. We're going to make money here.
Fair. I don't get it because when all the judges are
Or they go to the Barclays Center.
or Raider Stadium, maybe something like that. But as far as the gate goes, I think the as far as well, I mean they could sell out if they had like that T-Mobile or arena or something like that over there in Vegas, one of those 15,000-20,000 seat stadiums. But
If I was them, I go to Dallas. If I was them, if I was Bud, I'd be like, I'll fight you in your hometown, man, in front of the stadium and beat your ass. I'll go Dallas, man. Because if there's 40K with Ugas, man, there's gonna be 60 to almost 70K with Bud Crawford. At least they get the gate. At least they get there.
Yeah, but Brad Crawford already has made a stake. Like he don't want to do that. He don't want to give Errol Spence.
Well, that was early. That was early in the
Yeah, but
negotiation.
he still feels the same.
so what's the advantage, guys? Because like when you talk about advantage, it's not like the judges are from Texas and shit. You know what I mean? I never understood that because hometown cooking from what? When the judges, the only people who gonna make that is the corrupted promoters paying off the judges because none of the judges are ever from the area of where you fucking fighting, at. So the fans is maybe the only thing that's really an advantage.
Yeah, well, that's what helps the judges sometimes.
I think that's an old saying. I don't. Come on, man. I don't think they're that gullible anymore. I mean, maybe in the old days.
But when is the Giants play the Cowboys? I think they play them November as well. Because what has helped Earl Spence, good numbers is Jerry Jones.
Promoting.
People like it or not, that's what that is the machine, the pay-per-view machine for Earl Spence is Jerry Jones Dallas Cowboys. That's why all his pay-per-views were in Dallas. You promote it alongside with a powerful machine of Dallas Cowboys. I did a video about it. Dallas Cowboys is the second most famous team or lucrative team in sports. You have that machine of Dallas Cowboys, especially in America. They push that, and then you fight in the same week that the Cowboys is playing the Giants or something like that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I hope Crawford ain't wasting his time about that. I mean, I don't really see. I mean, especially a guy with his stature, that none of that should bother him. You know, get paid and let's do this. He's getting paid, and if they do have it, does it end up being a single fight deal or is it a multiple fight deal?
Maybe that too. Maybe they may. I don't know nothing about the rematch clauses, but there should be a rematch. Both of these guys are undefeated. I believe there should be a rematch clause.
So there's gonna be money made.
Yeah, you fight in November, and then you fight again in May, late May or June.
No,
Get the Juneteenth date. They should get the Juneteenth weekend.
Oh, that would be mega.
Right?
That would be mega.
And then that will start it off. That would really start it off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Black fighters adopting the Juneteenth. Even though that's Pride Month.
That's fucked up.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna be out, man. But I want to go to sleep, man.
Copy that, man.
Peace out, bro.
Everybody,
Peace out,
hit the likes, subscribe to the channel. You guys want to get some more exclusive insights? Join the membership, Drunk Nation. You know, you find out the goodies. I mean, look, for an example, everybody's talking about Crawford and Spence for November, and I already knew that over a week ago. Over a week ago.
Month.
You know, shit. Yeah. So I mean, it's you know, if you want to get the exclusive shit, hit up Punch Drunk at Drunk Nation, guys. Punch,
and I got a good interview coming real soon. Damn, I wanted it to be this week, man, but they played me for this week. But shit, man, these fighters, man, they give me the runarounds, bro. But it was gonna be a goodie, man. If it would have been, see, if it would have been today, damn, it would have been a goodie. I'll let you know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write it right now in the community box. Right?
Yeah, I can imagine. All right, Punch Man. God bless everybody. Hit it up.
Bro.